Hello, everyone!
Hello!
Welcome to Board Game House.
I lost the camera.
It's
literally right there.
It's the big thing with the lens. Right there. Hello, L. Hello, SoCal. Hello, G. Hello, Meta. How is everyone doing this evening? As I said,
L, SoCal, G.
we're Board Game
Ready?
House. No, there's three of us. On Wednesdays right now, there's only two of us, Megan and myself.
Hi, Dragon. Seth Belma. Thank you for the host, Seth Belma. I'm just going to keep, flopping in.
That's fine. I am super excited about tonight. Tonight we're playing Detective, which is a game you got for Christmas.
I got it
2 years
Christmas.
ago. Not last Christmas, the Christmas before.
Not this previous Christmas, but the Christmas before. This was one of my Secret Santa games from BGG, from the gift exchange, and I haven't gotten to play it yet. This, and I have Charterstone also waiting to be played. But, no.
So we are I'm super excited to be playing this game tonight, because it is a legacy game, and what it means by that is that you go through 5 different cases, and information that you gain in case 1 may or may not pertain to case 2 or case 3. So it's a mixture of trying to make sure you have as much information as possible, and noticing what clues you have, and following what leads you need to follow to not only solve the first case, but also to solve all the different cases. We'll explain we'll explain more of how the game works as we get into it.
I don't know how that works.
I'll be teaching this game for once. There's no how to play though. We did not do how to play for it.
I was working on something else.
Which I would just go out to watch most of, and pretty good. It's for the YouTube. You guys are gonna like it. So a few things about this game. Well, before we begin, Megan.
We are at 701 followers, which means we hit our goal!
Which means there's a new one.
Woo! What's our new goal?
750. It's always 50 more.
Okay, 750! 49 more! I just want to celebrate the 700 for a second. I feel like going in and being like, oh well, now we gotta get 50 more, is it's too much.
That's not a very upbeat song. If you want to celebrate it, let's celebrate. Hold on.
I was so confused. Chalice, thank you for that one lucky biddy. I was so confused. I was like, what is going on? Y'all, it's been a day today. Just an absolute day.
Back gonna dance too? Hold on, let me get the camera back. Come back to me. There we go. What? Letting links in? Bringing the kitty in.
Turn around so your butt isn't facing the camera.
Yeah, we can't show butts on the internet. If you want to know what we're doing, we're dancing because we hit 700 followers.
Lynx is like, what is going on?
She's like, please quit bouncing me. Alright. Anyways. So we hit 700 followers. Other things that are going on. We have started putting new stuff up on the YouTube.
On the YouTube!
Derek's Kickstarter Corner, the most recent one, is up there. The episode from last week, Oceans, that's all up there. Liftoff is up there. Definitely go check out what we've been doing on the YouTube. There's going to be more stuff added, including exclusive content to the YouTube, which Megan was just showing me before we got up here, and I'm super excited.
It's not going to be posted anytime soon, though.
Yeah.
No, I already told you I want to have a backlog, so.
That's fine. But it'll still be sooner rather than later.
2 weeks at least.
That's fine. So lots of stuff to look forward to. So other things that are going on. We have the 4U rewards that you can always use, which lets you get Megan to sing, get me to make you a balloon animal. You can mute one of us. You can make us do a dance party, air hugs. You choose. It's for you to have fun with. Other things that are going on. for the whole year, we are going to be giving back any cash donation that we are given. That's not subs or bits, but actual donations. 20% of that will go to a local charity. For the first quarter, it's going to be the Humane Society here in West Virginia. And then for every 100 that we get accumulative, we are going to donate a game to Toy Mountain for West Virginia University's Toy Mountain, which is kind of like Toys for Tots, but here locally. Both Megan and Derek both graduated from WVU, so it's kind of near and dear to their hearts. You good there, Faith?
I'm fine. Also, I'm not Faith. Neither is
Oh,
she.
shit. Sorry. Links. But yeah, so thank you guys for all your love and support. We love you all. I think that's everything before we get into the actual game itself. Can you think of any other announcements that we have?
Hair, because this gloss is like the stickiest, and now I've just got cat hair all in it. Because Lynx cares not for my comfort.
You're the one that brought her in.
I brought her in because I wanted to dance with her, and then she climbed on my shoulder.
Alright, so, a few things about this game. Again, has spoilers. So, if it's a game that you're going to play yourself or you don't want to be spoiled, maybe don't watch. But, we also want you guys to be involved with us. So, as we're going through the case, we want your guys' inputs. If you think something's important, let us know. If you think that we're overlooking something, let us know. Now, if you've already played the game and you know the outcome,
Please
don't spoil it. But if you're somebody that's going into it completely blind like we are, we welcome you to join us on our adventure. We want you guys to be detectives with us. That being said, there is actually a website that you can go to and enter information in to get more information. It's kind of like a police log. It's also where you can actually do your finalized report. So if you are playing along with us, you actually create your own account and actually enter your own information. That website is AN... Actually, I'm going to just type this in the chat. Give me a second.
You have a message over here, and I don't know why it's there.
What? Oh, I was going to send it to Metamommy and then didn't do it because she fixed one of the commands. So I saw her in here as I was setting up, but I had to log back in.
Oh, a balloon animal has been redeemed.
Okay. Well, while I do that, that right there is the website. You create a free account, and as we do information, we'll tell you what things to type in there, how to redeem things. We're going to start at campaign 1, which is the mystery of the gold watch, and we'll kind of work through things up. All right, balloon animal. Chalice, do you have a particular animal in mind that you would like?
In color.
Not what I want to do.
Gosh, Steven.
Felix is trying Takis. No, just have fun.
I love Takis.
Let's see, what should I make?
You've made a monkey?
I made a monkey, I made a
You've
bear.
made a bear. What about flower?
I can make a flower.
That requires 2 balloons.
It does. But you know what, Chalice? You're worth it. Not the one I want.
It looks green. One of your cats is getting sick. That's
Nope, that's black. Great. One of my cats is getting sick out there. That's green. Yeah.
That's green. Ah.
I'm gonna stand up because
You usually do when you do this.
to make my life a little bit easier.
Do you have a favorite color that you can make the...
Do you have a favorite color you want the flower to be?
Oh, it's in my ears.
Purple. Alright, we can do that.
I find it interesting that you have these memorized. like a sword right now.
Mm-hmm. Because it more or less is a sword right now. Hold that. One of these was purple. I think this was the purple one.
I have a sword. I've never seen you make a flower. This has got to be really great for headphones. It's a flower.
There you go. There you go, Chalice. There is
It's like
your
a violet.
balloon flower, your purple balloon. All right. Do you want it? All right.
Just need to have a place behind us where we can like keep all of your.
So again, I put that link in the chat. If you, yeah, because the other two are literally still sitting here. They're slightly smaller than they were, but
Oh my gosh, it's so tiny now.
the bear and the balloon, the bear and the monkey. So. Again, if you want to join us, definitely feel free to go to that site, make an account, because that will allow you to enter your own information as we're playing along. I'm going to switch over to this one. Actually, I'm going to switch to this one first. So, the way the game works is each case will have a case that we'll have a case thing we have to read. And with that,
I don't know what's happened. There we go.
thank you, Anna Rose. Anna Rose Sue. So each one of the setups will tell you what you need to do. It's going to give you the number of days you have to complete it,
Okay.
what stress level you can get to,
Okay.
and what time of day you start your investigation on.
Okay.
Okay? So how you get stress is if you work overtime.
Okay.
So each thing investigating is
So
going
like real life.
correct.
Okay.
So each thing investigating is going to take amount of time. So like you start at the headquarters. If you travel anywhere, it takes you an hour to get somewhere. So it costs you an hour of travel time. The other thing that happens is
It takes
that
you an hour to get from place to place?
yes,
Is this like a big city thing?
yes.
Oh god.
The other thing is that each place it will have a certain amount of time that it takes.
Okay.
So like going to the Richmond PD or the courthouse takes usually about 4 hours,
Okay.
give or take. It can take less, it can take more.
Okay.
The lab field work that usually takes about 3 hours or so.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we have to decide when we read a clue or something, what leads are we going to follow, because we have so many hours in a day.
Mm-hmm.
And what things are worth following, which things are not worth following. And that's, so we have to make sure we make notes and that kind of things, okay?
Okay.
You good?
I'm getting myself situated.
Okay.
I didn't realize how
So-
much space I was in. Alright.
The other thing is that there are 5 different people that each have their own special abilities. We each get to pick one. And then on the other side of these are all consultants.
Okay.
So the consultants also we can use them as well.
Okay.
So we still play with all 5 even though we're not all going to be part of the NIA.
Okay. Well, I want to be Mia Roberts because she looks like a badass.
Okay. So you want to read what her stuff is?
The whole thing? I don't feel like she actually has those glasses on.
Like they were photoshopped down there?
I do feel like they were photoshopped on there. She is a former psychologist. Mia worked for the police for almost 5 years. She shows great leadership skills and can bring out the best in anyone. Spend a star token to remove one X token from another investigator. And her skill is the ... dots.
Okay, so well, what's gonna happen is when we read
Thanks,
through
Ember.
the thing, we'll get these skills that we can then spend. So like we'll get one of those because that's her skill. Okay.
My consultant is Ruth Redney's.
But we don't. But because you're playing this one, that stays like this. And I am gonna play as Chris Stone, a former private eye. I can spend 1 star, so 1 skill point.
Okay.
Or one. Sorry, that's 1 authority token to dig deeper, which means I can go to the backside of a thing. On one that's already been resolved. Because generally speaking, resolved cards, once you resolve them, if you chose not to dig deeper on them, you can't go back to that card. Okay?
I'm struggling not to burst.
Why?
Dig a little deeper. Now we are gonna dig a little deeper.
So that means that these 2 are going to be our people. I'm going to put them up here. So all 3 of these get flipped over to the consultant.
Okay. Hope O'Brien. Tom Clemens. And Henry Barnes.
Okay.
I feel like Henry's going to be exceptionally helpful.
Retired cop. So let's take out the... I'm going to click on this because we were doing the... So, and as we do this, I will also have
The casebook?
this so you guys can see the website as well. So,
I think it's stuck. I don't know what happened on the other side.
all right, we do case 1. A man with a golden watch.
Okay. Do I have to read this?
Okay, this is just a welcome page. Okay. Nope, that's all. We're good on this. Okay. Okay. So, yes. Read us our introduction.
In front of you lies the first scenario of the campaign, The Mystery of the Golden Watch. Do we want to turn on the music?
Sure. Now, do we want the happy music or do we want more like thematic music?
Thematic music.
Thematic, okay.
I don't know what that would entail.
Well, we go to here and
Go to stations.
want to do... Want to do epic?
Yeah. Epic's always fun.
Or do we want to do ambient?
Ooh, ambient.
That works.
Okay. During the investigation, focus on the primary objective assigned to you by your superiors. Carefully look over every branching thread related to this case. Some of them are irrelevant, while others will unlock new meaning in future cases, allowing you to see them in a different light. Scattered throughout the cases are fragments of a greater whole that will slowly start piecing together. Serial killers. That's what it's about, right?
You've read 3 lines of this, though.
Yeah. Remember the important initial leads presented to you in this intro. Take good notes, ideally in the form of a mind map. Carefully read the cards and try to draw valid conclusions before deciding to pursue the further leads. Most importantly, do not rush from card to card. Doing this will take you down a rabbit hole of information, causing the investigation to spiral out of control due to the sheer volume of information. Good luck. Do I have to read this whole thing?
Yeah.
We have a time... Oh, okay. I thought it meant like an actual time limit. Like,
No.
I thought it meant like, we have like an hour to finish it. And I'm like, that's not a whole stream. It's fine. Is it on... headquarters. I'm not going to try and say it. July 5th, 8:11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The briefing room located on the first floor of the newly built building complex seems sterile. Light, creamy walls with glazed windows overlooking the James River. A large white table, chromed handrails of black chairs, and a gray carpet fills the room. Despite being light and spacious, it lacks warmth. "Hello," says Delaware as he rolls his wheelchair to the head of the table. He has a tired, wrinkled face. Long strands of gray hair fall over his piercing eyes. He places his green notebook on the table. "The task at hand is quite peculiar. The State Department has asked, what is it, Antares?
Sure.
Antares to investigate a potential scandal. A few days ago, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Poland sent a confidential note asking for clarifications of an unusual event. Earlier, in the Ying auction house, a pocket watch with a gold-plated bezel appeared. It turned out to be serious. The watch is in the database of objects lost during World War II. The Poles identified it as a showpiece that was looted by the Germans from the Museum of the Land in Poland, during the occupation of Poland. For Poles, it has both symbolic and sentimental value, as it was a memento of the great pianist Ignacy Paderewski?
Sure.
According to the data provided by the Poles, the watch was stolen by a Nazi named Kurt Blutzholz. Of course, you will find records about him in our database. He clears his throat, glances at his notebook as if he was trying to remember something, and then resumes briefing. The auction house bought the watch for about $5,000 from a man named Rupert Owens, who apparently did not realize how valuable the item was. The watch is already secured in our evidence store. The matter is delicate. If this Blutzholz by some strange stroke of luck, had lived after the war in the United States, it would be very unfortunate for political reasons. At least that's what the current administration thinks. Worse yet, the press will begin to sniff around. It's only a matter of time before the issue turns into a scandal that I would very much like to avoid in the first year of this agency's operation. Our task is to find some answers before someone finds questions. He looks over the briefing room, checks his notes, and sighs heavily. And finally, one very sad piece of information. The morning after tomorrow at the Olivet Cemetery, Michael Slater's funeral will take place. As you know, he was one of the police consultants who helped create our unit. He was a victim of a hit and run, a nasty end to a perfect career in the police force. It would be nice if some of our team could attend the funeral. We will gather at Richmond PD at 8 a.m. the day after tomorrow. From there, the police column will go to the cemetery. I feel like that's important.
I feel like we have to show up, otherwise we're gonna...
Yeah.
So you might just write down that just so we remember that.
Okay. I will write it down. Okay. So, 8 a.m.
tomorrow.
Terrible way to write that. I think it's the day after tomorrow. The morning after tomorrow.
Oh, okay, so day 3.
Yeah. The day after tomorrow. 8 a.m.
Day 3?
Day 3.
Funeral.
Funeral.
Again, this one's also going to be a much different stream because it's going to be a lot of talking and a lot of thinking through things, and we're not going to rush through anything.
Olivet Cemetery. Okay. So, we move the time marker to 9 a.m.
Okay, it's already there.
We add 4 authority tokens to the token pool.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, our goal of the case is to investigate the events leading up to the watch from Poland ending up in the Ying auction house. Discover all stages and find evidence to confirm them. We have 4 days to finish the case, and our stress limit is 7.
Okay. So,
we have further leads. We have access to Kurt Blutholz's police file. We have access to police files on Rupert Owens. We can go to evidence storage. We can interrogate Rupert Owens. We can interrogate the auction house owners. And then Michael Slater's funeral ceremony at Richmond PD, 8 a.m., day 3. Put an additional token on day 3 as a reminder. If you decide to attend the funeral, you can start that day in the Richmond PD location.
oh, okay, that's good. So I'm just gonna put one of these markers here on day 3, just so we remember. Okay, so grab out the rule book real quick. I want to see if the further leads. This is where we get to start deciding. So, chat. What we can do is we can either look up the file on Kurt Blurkholz, which is the Nazi guy who stole the watch, or who believes stole the watch. We have access to the police files of Rupert Owens, who is the guy that sold the watch to the auction house. It is mirrored right now. Hold on. That's weird. What's going on with you? Yeah, that's not me like that. That's not doing anything right now. Huh. Hold on. I will fix it. I'm going to do this both ways. Give me a second. Flip vertically and flip horizontally.
There we go.
There you go. So I'm going to go back here.
Right. What are you asking?
So, when you look at further leads, I believe you look up something up to the database. I'm not sure if that's a free action or if it takes us an hour to look up a lead. When you draw a card, you must move the space. So I think, okay.
That's time.
Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to think is.
But this is different. Rule 1 is clues.
Well, there's this right here. This is my question.
On the Interrogating database, you can find information stored in the police, the FBI, the military, and federal agents.
So this does not take us any time.
Database guide. Doesn't seem so.
Yeah, so we can look up. So we can go in here.
Solving crimes. When you draw a lead card, you must. Well, going into the database doesn't, but lead cards like
Do.
going to evidence storage, we have a card. Interrogating, we have a card, and then the ceremony, we have a card.
Okay, but that's on day 3. So day 1, let's start by looking at what we can look at in the database. Give as much information we can, just basically, and go from there.
Okay.
Okay. So we also get, because we have out there, we get that for your character. We get a wild for Hope. We get 2 computers for Tom. Get 2 files for Henry.
And then you get a.
And I get a.
What are those?
Magnifying glass. So this is our pool of things, because some things will cost clues and stuff to use. And I've not even opened these. This is kind of like when we did Betrayal Legacy, where you don't look at this deck at all. You don't shuffle it. You don't do anything with it. Okay. All right. So you want to start by looking people up?
Sure. We can start by looking. Let's start with Kurt Blutholz. So it's. Do we want to switch?
Yes.
Screens.
So again, you guys can do this at home too if you want. So you can just read it too. You click on Personnel Files, and then you're going to type it in exactly how it's spelled, which is
the name KURTBLUTHOLZ. Blutholz. Kurt Blutholz.
okay. So he was born in 1911. So chances are he's dead, even though he has no place of death.
Yeah. Wait, when is this? Oh, we don't have a date.
It's supposed to be modern times.
Okay.
So he's dead, unless he's like 110 years old.
Yeah.
He was 5'8", which may or may not come into play. Identify markers. Paralysis of the left hand due to shrapnel wounds, but it's not confirmed. A tattoo of a spider above the right wrist, also not confirmed. a high-ranking German microbiologist and scientist. During the war, he was conducting research on biological weapons and transplants. Experiments with using sarin to kill prisoners of the concentration camp Auschwitz. An international arrest warrant has been issued. An international arrest warrant has been issued. Status unknown. Officially, he is still wanted by the Polish and the Russian governments. Okay. Criminal record. Polish bill of indictments of the Nuremberg trial names him as one of the criminals, and these documents. Hold on. Documents, witness testimonies. The bill is over 100 pages long, contains most important facts and documents regarding the Nazi crimes against the Polish nation. This bill was attached to the Soviets' bill of indictments due to the fact that the Polish delegation could not formally partake in the works of the tribunal since the London Agreement of August 8th, 1945 ensured that the representatives of the four powers speaking on behalf of all nations were present. Charges are illegally carrying out microbiological and chemical tests on Poles imprisoned at Auschwitz concentration camp and prisoners of Fort 7 of Posen. Okay, so he
was in Posen.
He was in Posen. 137 cases of experiment resulting in the death were documented. Actively participation in criminal organizations. Probable connection to Otto Skorzeny organization Spider. Okay. Now, what this little symbol here means that we can actually go to the web, like the internet, and just look this person up to get more information. Which I say we do it.
Okay.
So. What am I doing? Okay, so Wikipedia. Do you want to read it? You want to read this out loud, or
Can the chat see my eyes glazing over yet?
already?
It's a lot of information. So much information, and it's so small. Can we switch?
Wait,
Put this screen over here, put that screen over here.
you mean just for us?
Yeah, because I can't read that.
Sure. Oh,
What are you doing?
not what I meant to do.
Messing things up is what you're doing.
I'm ruining the illusion, chat.
Oh my gosh,
Why
you're still
in the hell
ruining
is
the
that?
illusion. Go over to the side, make it small. There you go. Now do it.
Okay.
And don't do it right above the... Hooray! Oh, that's so much better. Okay.
Okay.
To spin.
I fixed it, Al. Don't worry.
Was the post-World War II organization thought to have helped certain Nazi war criminals escape justice. Its existence is still debated today. It's believed by some historians to be a different name of the Nazi German Odessa organization established during the collapse of the Third Reich. Similar to Kameradenwerk and der Bruderschaft. Is that a T? Bruderschaft?
Mm-hmm.
Devoted to helping German war criminals flee Europe. It was led in part by Otto Skorzeny, Hitler's commando chief, as well as Nazi intelligence officer Reinhard Gehlen. Die Spin helped as many as 600 former SS men escape from Germany to, is that Francois, Spain?
Mm-hmm.
Juan Perón's Argentina, Paraguay, Chile, Bolivia, the Middle East, and other countries. Spin was established by Skorzeny using aliases Robert Steinbacher and Otto Steinbauer, and supported by either Nazi funds or, according to some sources, Austrian intelligence. Later, Skorzeny, Galen, and their network of collaborators had gained significant influence in parts of Europe and Latin America. Skorzeny traveled between Francois, Spain, and Argentina, where he acted as an advisor to President Juan Perón and bodyguard of Eva Perón, while fostering an ambition for the Fourth Reich centered in Latin America. And currently, in my head, I have Don't Cry For Me, Argentina. According to Infield, the idea for the Spin network began in 1944 as Hitler's chief intelligence officer Reinhard Gehlen foresaw a possible downfall of the Third Reich due to Nazi military failures in Russia. T.H. Tettens, expert on German geopolitics and member of the U.S. War Crimes Commission in 1946-47, referred to a group overlapping with the Spin as the Führerspring, kind of political mafia with headquarters in Madrid serving various purposes. The Madrid office built up what was referred to as a sort of fascist and international per Tettens. According to Tettens, the German leadership also included Dr. Hans Globke, who had written the official commentary on the Nuremberg Laws. Globke held the important position of director of the German Chancellery from 1953 to 63, serving as advisor to Konrad Adenauer.
Okay.
I'm not reading this whole
No. That's okay. So more or less, it seems like he had connections to an organization that their sole purpose was
to get them out of the country.
Yeah. So there is a chance that he could have escaped the country.
Could have escaped the country, but but it seemed that it was mostly,
No. Our goal in this is to figure out what happened.
Right.
So we can seek out further leads. So we can seek out the assistance of a historian consultant concerning Kurt
Blutholz.
if we
What was
want.
the other thing that we could do in the database?
Well, we can still come back and do that.
Rupert Owens. Rupert Owens is the I wanna look up stuff on Rupert Owens first.
Okay, and then we'll come back and do that one.
We'll come back to do this because it seems that this guy, Kurt, and the Spider organization only sent people to South America,
Argentina.
Middle East, Argentina, those kinds of places. So, hypothetically, if Rupert has some sort of connection to one of those countries, it is possible.
True. We could always go back and see if Rupert has connection to those countries, or if it says what it says about him.
Yeah.
That's actually a good connection to try to make. All right, so we're gonna now look up somebody else. Now we can go back to this at any point in time. Now that he's in there, so I'm gonna go here. See, now we have him. So we can just click on it. And...
Oh, sweet. Okay. So now we need Rupert. Are you
Wait, what's Rupert's last name?
Owens? I don't remember there being anything about Owens.
I thought they went underneath different names.
They did, but it was Steinbacher. Otto is maybe what you're thinking. Otto Steinbauer.
Okay.
I don't know about y'all, but I'm already feeling real smart.
And we're only in the first hour of this
Hey.
thing. All right, so where are we at?
Rupert, R-U-P-E-R-T.
R-U-P-E-R-T.
Owens, O-W-E-N-S.
I don't know. He looks shifty.
Rupert Owens. He was born May 5th.
Oh, sorry. I added his fingerprint. Okay.
Is that not a thing that we would have to...
If we wouldn't have looked at this, we may not already have his fingerprint on file.
Gotcha. Okay, go back to the...
But now his fingerprint has been added and matched to our thing.
Okay. I just didn't know if we could do that if that wasn't an action. Okay, so.
Okay, so his arrest record. When he was 20 years old, he was arrested for possession with intent to distribute a controlled substance, so drugs. In '86, again, drugs. In 2011, so not that long ago, indecent exposure and breach of peace. And then on March 15th, causing a traffic incident while driving under the influence, damaging public property of fire hydrant, sentenced to 3 months for community service, fined, and mandated. But he was fined, so maybe he needed money. Okay. Known connections. His father and his mother.
Marcus Owens and Lily Garrett.
I think that we should actually look those two up.
I do too.
So I'm going to click on... I have a feeling, for some reason, I'm leaning towards the mother as the connection. Already. I don't know why.
Right.
But we'll click on the father first. Marcus Owens.
Also born in Richmond.
Cause of death, stabbed by an unknown perpetrator.
Yike.
I'm going to add his fingerprint to the match as well. Because I wonder if we go and fingerprint it, if it's going to have his father's fingerprint on it.
Go. Oh, because it didn't have. So this is Marcus.
Yeah, it seems like that's what this case is. It has something to do with Nazi gold. All right. So he was born in the 30s. So he would have been like late teens when the war happened. Oh, okay. So, first thing in his arrest record, in 66, he was arrested for buying, receiving, or concealing stolen goods.
I'm writing down all the things. Hang on.
That's what I'm thinking, Chalice.
Okay. So.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That guy might be a good mule to.
All right. Can you scroll down? Is there more to? Okay. So Rupert Owens and Lily Garrett.
Okay, so
is there something else down at the bottom?
So he's involved in a shootout, accomplice of a robbery, charges dropped due to insufficient evidence. Sentenced to 8 years in prison with possibility for applying for parole after 3 years, for being accomplice of a car theft, handling stolen goods, resisting. This guy has theft and stolen goods all over him.
He does.
Shall we look at the
Well, hang on. We'll scroll down. That's what I wanted to see if there was more. We can get the incident data for the robbery, but
Well, for the robbery,
that's at the Richmond PD. So we may want to save that for day 3.
you're right. So you want to write down maybe a task, maybe use that piece of paper for task list, or use like a post-it?
Let's use a post-it for task lists. I don't know where you put the post-its.
They're around here somewhere.
Oh, it's right here. I got it.
What are your guys' thoughts so far, huh? I think the father has something to do with it. Because we've looked at 3 things. We're in the first hour of our investigation.
Tasks. All right. So, incident data. Marcus.
Yes.
All right. Let's look at the wife. I also want to see if there was more addendums to Rupert that we didn't see.
Oh, we'll go back there real quick. Nope.
No. Okay, so Lily.
Nothing.
I feel like it's necessary for me to write any of that down.
Yeah.
Hey, Noah! Hi, Sunny!
So yeah, I think that the mother has nothing to do with it, but I think we write down the father to research him when we go.
Oh, I
What?
didn't realize Lily is his ex-wife.
Yes.
Hmm.
So I think that Lily's has nothing to do with this.
I'm gonna write down his shoe size. I feel like that's gonna be important.
Who, his shoe size?
Mm-hmm.
Did Rupert have any other information like that? His shoe size is 8.5.
Okay.
Okay. So on day 3, so you want to write down what this task is, just so we know what it is.
I did. I already wrote it down.
Do you write number 105?
So, Daily Marcus. This is going to be Richmond PD.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be number 5. Okay.
You want to look up Owen
So
now?
we've looked up this was Rupert Owens. This was going through his.
So we could
His stuff.
interrogate him if we wanted to.
We could, but I think that we should go to. I feel like we should go to evidence storage first.
You want to go evidence storage first?
Yeah.
Okay. And maybe see if one of the fingerprints matches.
Maybe, yeah.
See if maybe his father's fingerprints on the watch.
Well,
that
I
way
mean,
we'll know
I
that
feel like I kind of feel like his fingerprints definitely aren't going to be on the watch.
his fingerprints definitely will be because he sold the watch.
Rupert will, but I don't feel like his will because it would have been cleaned and
Possibly.
stuff before getting sent
Right.
into the
So
auction.
so what's the number of
If
the?
not, this game is a sham.
Okay. So what is the evidence locker?
Oh, okay. I'll give me a second. All right, so we have to go to headquarters.
We're already there.
Oh, we're already at headquarters.
So we don't have to travel anywhere.
Cool. Evidence storage number 103.
So now this is gonna be the first time that we're gonna take a card, and at the top it's gonna say how long it takes us to do this.
Okay.
And no matter what it is, if we decide to do something here and it takes 3 hours, we have to do it. We can't say we're not gonna do it.
Okay.
The second we pull a card, we're doing it, so we may have to go into overtime. I say we try to avoid overtime at all costs until like the last day if we want the extra time to do something.
Okay.
Okay. So 103. So 101, 102, 103.
How long does it take?
1 hour.
That's not bad.
Nope. So move the time.
Read it.
Go for it. Nope. Don't look at the back of things unless it tells you to.
Oh, well, there's nothing. Antara's evidence storage is a huge hangar back from when the police station was still located here. The police station was moved, and the evidence storage stayed. The agency pumped a ton of money into it, added a second hall, automated as much as was possible, and rigged everything with Antara's computer system. You log into the system, enter the ID number, case number, and verification code, then immediately go to the virtual evidence storage. There are 2 items attached to this case. In the picture next to the watch, there is also a cigar box. The watch must have been kept inside it. Where did it come from? Interesting. It's time to collect both of the items personally. The system informs you that you can collect both of them within 37 minutes from box 28 in section 2 of the magazine. You choose the SMS confirmation, and after a while, get a barcode to open the box. You log out of the system and quickly go to grab a bite at the Antares Cafe, a Greek salad, coffee, and a bottle of water. You go to the evidence storage.
So now we're going to read
number 121. I feel like the evidence isn't going to be there.
Well, the cigar box has me really interested because the fact that because the cigar box, if it's from one of those countries,
Mm-hmm.
like that could be the connection.
Evidence. Opened men's pocket watch.
Noah, thank you so much for that host. Sorry you missed that.
Description. Case body with 22 karat gold ornamentation. What? Clear, poured, and polished glass. A crack halfway from 2 o'clock. Porcelain dial, broken mechanism, spring type. Swiss inscription on the lid. God, honor, homeland in Polish. Dimensions. Weight 3.3 ounces. Diameter 2.5 inches. Estimated value $25,000. Mechanoscopic expertise. Numerous scratches. A slight dent at the hinges of the envelope. Oh, does that mean I can turn it over?
Yes. We'll double check the rules real quick to make sure. Sorry guys, I forgot to put our alert boxes in these new setups, so I'm doing that real quick. That's why that didn't pop up as a ghost alert. So while Megan looks up that rule real quick, I'm gonna mess with Streamlabs.
Okay, check the lead card's power value and advance the time marker. Okay, reload and present all contents to all players. Make sure you keep the backside hidden unless you're instructed otherwise. Follow all of the lead card's instructions. When you encounter a signature, you must input it into the TARDIS database. In the signatures section, decide whether or not to dig deeper if possible. No any further leads. Place card aside if it's not resolved. If the card doesn't have this symbol, you didn't dig deeper, place the card. Okay, so we can dig deeper. That's what this means.
Well, I mean, this is the main piece of evidence. So I think we might as well dig deeper on it.
Dig deeper. Lead cards are double-sided. The dig deeper action allows you to reveal additional information by reading the back side of the lead card. To dig deeper, you must spend the token depicted in the dig deeper section of the card. There's no token.
Okay.
Flip the card over and read it. When you have the opportunity to dig deeper, you must immediately decide whether to spend the appropriate token or not. You have a limited number of tokens to spend during a case, so choose carefully. You can choose whether to dig deeper or not to dig deeper until you move on to follow another lead. In the rare case that you follow more than one lead card simultaneously, because of the read keyword, you can choose to dig deeper after reading all of the lead cards you just followed.
Okay. So let's dig deeper.
Oh, this is good to know. Headquarters, time-consuming tasks of obtaining information and doing extensive research are greatly sped up by the entire system. These leads usually take 1 to 2 hours.
Yeah.
Interrogations may take longer. Richmond PD and the courthouse, usually time-consuming. They can take 2 to 3 hours. The lab can take up to 4 hours. And then field work will take you at least 2 hours to get around town.
So I think we dig deeper.
So this doesn't have any...
But we can dig deeper on it. It doesn't have a cost.
It doesn't have a cost, but we can dig deeper on it. So I say we dig deeper because it doesn't have a cost. Alright, so this is the...
Cigar box.
Cigar box. Wooden box produced in 1940 by Dukes de Crecy. Good condition in the middle, cardboard insert lined with cotton. Apothecary. Dimensions 9.5 by 6 inches. Estimated value $15. Mechanoscopic expertise. From the cotton, wool, and corners of the box, a series of micro traces of dirt and dust particles have been collected. You can take the watch and the box to the laboratory to examine them and look for fingerprints.
I say we do that. I think that this is going to be one of the keys to solving this case.
Okay.
But we'll have to go to the lab.
We'll have to go to the lab, which is going to take at least an hour.
It's going to take us an hour to get there.
It's going to take an hour to get back.
But further leads, we don't have to do this right this second. We can do this later if we want.
We can do the further leads later?
Yes. It's just the more information. Thank you, Catskills. Hello, Onomaro. I gotta put Chatty up here. This is not working.
Onomaru, hello!
I'm just gonna cover up this up here because I need to see chat better.
Okay.
So do we want to interrogate the guy first?
I mean,
Before we leave? I say we... What?
we're here,
So,
but like also we don't have anything to like back it up if we interrogate him right now. Like if stuff comes back on the...
we don't have to interrogate him today. We can always interrogate him another day. Because we started the headquarters.
Yeah, I say we interrogate him another day. Because I feel like we need whatever evidence is on this
Okay.
beforehand.
So, you want to go to the lab and figure out what's going on with it?
Let's see what else we have. Okay, the only other thing is to interrogate Rupert Owens or interrogate the auction house owners. So, I say we go to the lab.
Okay.
And take a closer look at the cigar box.
That would make this much nicer. So.
Yeah. Alright, so I say that's what we do.
Okay, so we're gonna go to the lab.
Yeah.
Takes an hour to get there.
Yep.
We're at the lab.
Yes.
So 102.
102, the lab.
Takes 3 hours.
Okay. All right. It's been pouring rain for an hour already. The city is still. You take the back streets to avoid the most congested part of the city center. You scan your ID at the entrance. The computer welcomes you and invites you inside. You take the elevator to the 8th floor, walk through a glass door, and enter the clean world of the white lab. You log into the lab bench, give the signatures of the evidence materials, tick off the range of the research you need, add a high priority procedure, and wait for the technician. After a while, in comes a young girl. She puts the watch and the cigar box into separate containers and secures them. The screen with your request turns blue. Data accepted for analysis, notification of status, and the access code will be sent by email. The girl leaves. You have some extra time. You take the elevator to the information center on the 3rd floor. You grab coffee and a sandwich, and then you sit with a laptop at one of the free desks. Reports, email, Wikipedia, and reading up on old Polish watches. Finally, you get the notification. They're done with the analysis. You go back to the 8th floor, you log in, input the access code. You have your results. Read 126. Hi, Fuzzy.
Hello, hello. Let's go and let her in because she's not going to be good. 126. Cracking the case, guys. Yeah, that's fine. Right here you go.
Cigar box analysis. Alright, evidence. Fingerprints on the top of the cigar box. Clear fingerprints of both hands. SDASFFGH88.
Hold on. Back here.
Alright. This one I'm pretty sure is Kurt's.
Wait.
I didn't write it down though.
I have it right here. What is it?
ASFFGH. Yeah, this one's Kurt's. Wait, no. 8876YU.
No, that's not
That's
him.
9876YU.
Sweet. Okay. So.
Hi,
so
honey.
we can add a signature. We can add that signature to the.
Hang on. Fingerprints inside the cigar box. Old, well preserved. A clear thumbprint and fingers of the left hand. FGFJED34 KLMDF6. That is his father.
Okay.
Sample soil from the cigar box. It contains particles of chernosum with element.
Hi.
Just right into my. She just headbutted me. Chernosum with elements of peat enriched with chemical agents for plant breeding.
So we can add these signatures in here ourselves.
Fingerprints inside of the cigar box. Old, numerous, but partially worn off.
So let's add all these
Okay,
signatures.
hang on. So now we read, and we also can dig deeper. But this dig deeper has
A cost. Which we have those because of the guide that we have. We have those to use.
Yes.
So what I think we should do is put all these in the database, just so we have them. Okay.
Well, how do you do that?
Right here. I put the signatures in here.
Well, there was something to do with signatures. There was something in particular that it was talking about, the signatures. Hi, sweetie. I know, I'm ignoring you for...
Hello, Hoodie. Hello, Z. Sorry, you guys are up higher than normal.
Signature.
Actually, why am I doing this? I'm just gonna do this because we don't need
Click the
this.
signature button, then type the 12-character case-sensitive signature into the form. The system will automatically recognize the signature type and add a short description. You can add your own description as well, such as what signature it's related to. Fingerprints on knife card 108. You have all access to signatures entered in the system at any point. Okay, so you don't. This doesn't. Inputting encounter signatures into the Interrogating database is mandatory.
Yeah.
But like, doing it doesn't actually cost us anything.
No, it's just us doing it. So,
Okay.
and this is case sensitive. Okay, so this is all caps.
Yes,
On
all
here?
caps.
Okay, so what is it?
A S F F G H. No. 8 8.
Wait, is there a dash? Tell me
Oh,
what-
dash. Yes, sorry.
dash.
8 8 7 6 Y U. The description we can put in, which is this is the fingerprints on top of the cigar box. You can put number 126. That'll tell us what card it is. Okay, add and match.
No, double check that this is correct.
ASFFGH-8876YU. Yes, that also my thought. Okay, add and match. Okay, well, it's a 92% match to Rupert.
Okay. Next one.
F J E D 8 4.
Oh, dash 4.
No, 4. Dash K L M D F 6. Those are the fingerprints inside of the cigar box.
And this again is number 126.
126. You may want to put.
Well, we
can.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. Okay. Okay, so that's Marcus Owens.
Yes.
Okay,
That
why?
should be a 100% match. No, that's 8-4 and 3-4.
Oh.
So
So wait, hang on. Okay, hang on. Cause see, they're not actually matching right now. I think,
no, it is. It's an.
like, see, that.
So this is the one we're matching. So we want to match this to Marcus, who's his father.
No, that's on top. On top of the cigar box.
Gotcha. So that's Rupert.
That's
so
Rupert.
if we want to
which
do
is-
this one.
Right.
Oh, sorry. That's fine.
Wouldn't you press match on Rupert right now?
Well, I want to do this one.
Why? We were already on the other one.
Well, that again is matching
92%.
same thing. So it's 1 off.
But 92% is pretty daggone high. No.
Okay. Help file says that 11 out of 12 is pretty dead on.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, I think we're pretty good there.
Yeah.
Because there's always a room or
Some
room
margin for error.
Listen, I have watched so much CSI and so much Criminal Minds. This is like my jam, man. Like.
All right.
But
so
shouldn't we match it?
it did. Like it just all it does is just it shows
doesn't.
you who.
You don't press the match button.
No, that just redoes the analysis.
Gotcha. That's
Stop.
good. Okay. Signature.
So wait, what is? So is this one? This is an SM. No, notice the difference.
Okay.
So I have to go
Wait,
here.
wait, don't. I have another SD.
What?
I have another
okay.
SD.
Okay.
Y U 3 4 5 6 dash BH U Y 8 6. Okay.
Okay.
No.
Right.
That is inside
Lay
of
down.
the cigar box.
Let's see if she just lays down.
If she just lays down, I'm fine.
Okay. What is this?
Inside of the cigar box, these are partial. I'm going to get more water.
Yeah. What? Oh. Yes. Okay, so that's not a match to either. Yeah.
It could be his mom. Did you hear me?
Yeah. Oh.
Could be his mom.
Okay, so it actually gives us a general description, fingerprints inside cigar box, and then we can add our own notes to it.
Oh, okay.
So this is just a partial, and this is also number 126. I'm gonna update this. So we're pretty sure that this one, I'm gonna update this to say Rupert's fingerprints.
Yeah. Oh, how files also say signatures never match all 12 characters. So 11 is literally the best that you can get.
Okay. Rupert, what was his name? Owens?
Rupert Owens.
So I'm just gonna do this.
Lay down. No, don't come attack me again. Lay down. Lay down, sweet girl.
Owens, number 126.
No, lay down.
Update this.
Good girl.
So that way, we have that it matches Rupert.
You absolutely cannot fit underneath of there.
And then,
You chonky.
not the partial, because the partial doesn't actually match anyone. Fingerprints inside of this. What's his father's name?
Marcus. K-U.
What?
K-U. M-A-R-K.
See, so if we do this. Yeah.
Okay. All right, and then we have SM. We have material. A, J, T,
AJT.
U, 98, dash B N Y U 68.
You said N as in Nancy?
N as in Nancy.
Okay. And what is... I'm just going to do add, because it's going to give us the general idea of what it is. Sample of soil from the cigar box.
Sample soil.
That's all we have right now. Okay, so we don't have anything else to go on at the moment.
Okay.
But we can read...
We can make sure that's all of the traces if we want. And I think that we should.
Okay, but first we can read this before we decide what we're doing.
Oh, okay. We can read that. Okay. 107. Hey, stop it.
Here. 107. There you go.
Oh, these are the results from the watch.
Oh, so more...
Yeah.
Okay, sweetie, you can't do that.
You have to pencil under there.
Oh, she got it back out.
You're being rotten.
Being very rotten. Alright, so is there any SM on this? No, these are all fingerprints.
These are all fingerprints.
Okay. So
Stop
we're
it.
gonna go back to the fingerprint database. And what is the next signature?
Oh, jeez. SD, FJ, ED, 44, dash, KLMDF6. This is fingerprints on the watch.
So it matches.
Alright, so matches Marcus.
Oh, this matches Marcus, so this matches the father.
Yeah, it's the father.
And what number is this card?
107.
Okay, next one.
Sorry, can I say how much I love this table? For realsies.
You're right. iDragon. Wait.
She has indeed taken over.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna keep them all just in case, because the signatures can make these signatures can actually appear in other things. So as we build our database, as we go through 2 and 3 and other things.
Ooh, the fingerprints on the watch have a 8% match to the fingerprints inside the other.
But so did the other one.
Okay. The next one is ASFFGH 7876YU. Hypothetically, should be the sun.
Yeah. I'm just gonna save time.
Rupert Owens. Do we want to show them this screen instead of...
Oh, yeah, sorry. Because you were reading, that's why I was on there. And this is 107, right?
Yes.
Okay. Add and match.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Next one.
Oh. Fingerprints on the watch, old and damaged, faulty fingerprints.
Okay, so this one I have to do. You have to tell me what's capital and what's not.
Yeah.
It's partial.
Yep, this is faulty. So lowercase x,
Okay.
uppercase U.
Hold on. X.
Nope, lowercase.
X. U.
Lowercase x, x. Anytime I say x, it's going to be lowercase.
Okay.
5, 6, dash, x, h, xx, 8, x.
Okay. Huh.
So it's a 42% of the partial fingerprints.
100% of the known fingerprints.
Yeah. Well, and 42% of the total.
Yeah.
On the ones that are inside of the cigar box that we don't know yet.
But that was a full print that we got from inside the cigar box.
Yes. Okay.
So. The plot thickens.
Okay, y'all, I'm actually really enjoying this. I kind of feel like Penelope.
Penelope Cruz.
Yes.
Does that
from Criminal Minds?
Can I be Shamar Moore?
No one is Shamar Moore, but Shamar Moore.
Let's face it, I'm a Reed, if anything.
Yeah, you're a Reed. No one is Shamar Moore, but Shamar Moore.
The only man that can get away with calling every woman baby girl, it'd be okay.
I would gladly accept Shamar Moore calling me baby girl. Just saying. Will you plug my phone in, please? All right. The fingerprints. I 1000% got a notification on my watch, and I definitely thought it was Derek texting me.
About your thirsting for Shamar Moore?
Okay. Last one.
Okay.
All of these are
Capitalized?
capitalized. C 3 U 224 dash 6346 UB. Alright, this is fingerprints on the watch cartouche dial. A fragment of the ring finger.
Oh!
Ooh! Match restricted. Access denied. Notice. Your match inquiry has been registered and transmitted to the Department of Defense in accordance with Directive 170-06. Dig deeper. Cyber. Find out more about the Directive 170-06. So we need... Is that this one? No. Okay, baby girl. No.
107B.
But wait, do we need... Is cyber one of these?
Possibly. But does that mean we go to the back of this?
No. Hang on. No, that's technology. Okay, so give me a second and let me look at this. Database.
I'm just trying to see if there's... No, these are all numbered in direct order. There's no B's. So it must be on the back of this one. Will you stop?
Accessing the entire database never costs hours. You can access it anytime during...
Wait. Maybe it's in files. No. Questioning.
Okay. I'm putting her out. She's biting me.
I think it has to be on the back of the card.
Well, hang on. Let me... Here we go.
I like this game.
I do too. Well, we still have this dig deeper that we need to do.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know.
I mean, we can look at the back of it. It says read 107B.
Oh, it is here.
Okay, but it says to read it, so it doesn't cost anything to read it.
Okay. Directive 170-6B is new to you. You do not know what it means. The identification attempt has been registered and transferred somewhere to the DoD. Apparently you were meddling with intelligence affairs. This is the only explanation for the secrecy and restricted access of the fingerprints. You leave the white laboratory... Wait, but we're not done. We need to do this. I feel like we should have done this before we read 107.
No, because you read and then decide what you're going to do. I think that's just flavor text. We're not actually leaving it. No, because it says you can read everything you can read. then you can choose what you want to do.
Immediately read the specified card or... Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's just flavor text.
Okay, flavor text. Apparently you are meddling with intelligent... you leave the white laboratory, take the elevator to the underground parking lot, and get in the car. You don't know if you want to chase after this. You try to find more about the mysterious directive. You can always try another method to get the data. The military, Antares, and the police stations are all connected. Maybe skilled specialists can bypass the blockade, or it could possibly rub someone the wrong way. So our further leap is follow the directive, and we go to headquarters. But I want to do this. I think that we need to make sure that we have all of the traces.
You think?
I do.
Okay. So we're spending one of these. I think we only get so many of these total for the whole case.
I know.
So.
Do you not think we should? I'm questioning now.
I mean, we can. I'm just not sure that the dirt is going to give us the answer. But it's our first one. We have a lot of information so far, and we have a couple more days. So I say let's go for it.
You sure?
Well, the thing is, I'm pretty sure that doing this, if we're going to want more information, is going to cost us one of these anyways. But we do have a wild here.
Okay. All right. I'll do... Okay, so I'm flipping it over.
Or, actually, no. We don't have to do that. Let's hold off on it.
We have to do this.
No. My special ability is I can spend one of these skills to dig deeper on a lead that's already been resolved.
Okay. All right, so this one has already been resolved.
So actually it goes over here, but because we didn't flip it over.
All right. Okay. We'll get our thing back out then.
Okay.
All right, and this is another lead.
Well, I think we go back to headquarters. So you want to go back to headquarters?
Yeah, let's go back to headquarters. All right, so that takes us an hour.
Mm-hmm. Do we want to follow that lead? Since we're at the headquarters, it should only take us an hour, maybe 2.
It may put us into overtime.
But it's only 1, and we can have up to 7.
Oh, this is an unresolved card. It's an unresolved card. It has spots for them.
Okay.
Resolved cards, unresolved deck, resolved cards. All right, so yeah, we're back at the headquarters. Yeah, let's go ahead and. Worst comes to worst, we have a couple hours of overtime.
Or we can save it to tomorrow to do.
We could save it till tomorrow.
And we could do with that last hour. Any unused hours we could actually use to gain a one of these.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well then let's use that. Let's do that.
Okay.
We'll go ahead and end today. Get an hour.
That is the end of day 1. Start of day 2, 8 a.m. Want to start with this?
Yes.
And then we can also interrogate.
We can also interrogate him.
Or do we want to go to the... Do we want to go to the auction house and get their information before we interrogate him? It's going to cost travel time, but he's our prime suspect right now.
Yes. Bye, Chalice. Okay. Yeah, let's do this and figure out what this directive is.
Okay.
So that's 101. Yeah, we should hypothetically just be that first one, yeah. Okay, this takes 3 hours.
Oof, okay. 1,
Glad we
2,
didn't do that last
3.
night.
Yep.
Alright. You spend another hour in front of the computer checking all available databases. A cell phone in your hand, a laptop with a dozen open tabs on your desk, and 2 desktop towers on nearby desks, hardwired into the Antares system, crunching data. You're spent. You made a couple of calls to people higher up in the hierarchy and sent out countless emails. 3 cups of coffee and 2 cigarettes later, you still have nothing. Zilch. You reach an impasse. Procedure 170 something. What does that mean? Suddenly the telephone rings. It's Ann Bishop from Delaware's office on the top floor. She says you've received a fax from the military archive of the Defense police department in St. Louis, which you hurry to retrieve. The fingerprints marked by your DPT as SDC3U224-6346UB are not found in the Department of Defense database. Regards, General Henry Brown.
Wait a minute.
Shenanigans.
Say that again. C3.
C3U224-634-6UB.
Okay, I just want to make sure that.
P.S. Please fix the glitch causing your system to seek out non-existent files. This is bull.
Cover up.
1000% cover up. You come back, toss the fax on your desk, and sit at the computer. You light up another cigarette and read the message one more time. You just can't believe it. So we can use the
thing we didn't use earlier. Yeah.
Thing.
Yes.
To try to explain the situation.
Yes.
Done.
Like without doubt.
You put out the cigarette, you read the document again, confusion hits you. You know the procedure, no one from the Department of Defense sends out faxes. Even if the data is no longer confidential, who replies by fax in this day and age? General Brown answered in a way that avoided the official servers. Why? What's with the SDC3 fingerprints? You don't know what's reeking, but you know stench. It's pure trouble. Alright, so we add a stress token to the pool.
Okay.
Can we get rid of those? Or are they like there permanently?
No, they're to the end of the match.
And then we add plot card 1, 2, 3 to case 4. Case 4.
Okay. So, what's something cool that this game does?
Whoa.
Is one. I'm gonna show this real quick. So the box is set up in a way that each case has its own file place, but then they also give you these evidence bags. So what you can do is, since this is at case 4, slide it in there.
We don't just put it in the case file?
Nope. And add it to case 4. So when we get there, we will have that too.
Alright, so this is resolved.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going over there.
Yeah. All these are clear. Okay.
Holy moly!
So, that's all that was. Well, do we want to go and do field work, or do you want to do the interrogation, since it seems like this is going to be a full day here? Because interrogating is going to take probably 2 to 3 hours.
Yeah, let's interrogate
Owens.
Rupert.
Okay.
Let's interrogate Rupert. 108 headquarters.
108. 3 hours. One, 2, 3.
Owens is already waiting outside the conference room. He refuses to start the interrogation without his lawyer present. I mean, that's pretty smart. The lawyer arrives late and gives you the business card of Weber and Sons for some reason. You invite them inside. They both seem to be extremely agitated. You plug the laptop into the room's system and log into your account. You turn on the interrogation mode, and the first of the screens that take up the entire wall turns on. There are several pop-up windows, the largest of which is the stream from the camera. Another is vibrating with the audio amplitude. The third one is full of text. You point at the screen. I inform you that our meeting is being recorded. Additionally, our system will prepare a transcript of the meeting. You switch to the case screen and post the image from your laptop to the second screen. On the wall, magnified 100-fold, is Owen's police file and the mugshots from his arrest. You skip over a dozen documents on him. Horrified, Owen shrinks in his chair. Finally, the photo of the golden watch appears on the screen. Okay, you say, looking carefully at Owens. Could you please explain how you found yourself in the possession of a watch that was stolen from Poland during World War II? Read questioning at 108.
108.
Mm-hmm.
How do I set this down?
You all, I'm enjoying this so much.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. So, MSL is medium stress level. LSL is low stress level, and HSL is high stress level.
Okay, so what does that have to do with anything?
If it's high, the higher the stress level, the more likelihood that they're lying.
Okay. Right. The watch must have been my father's. Switch to the
Oh, sorry.
That's right. There are a lot of screens that we're dealing with. The watch must have been my father's, Marcus. I found it more or less a month ago when I was tearing through the old house under the porch. I was pulling away the floorboards when I saw something underneath. It was an old metal can, and inside there was a box. In that box I found the watch. I got excited and thought it would solve my financial problems. I googled someone who dealt with this kind of stuff, asked around a bit, and just went to sell it. I have no idea where my old man got that watch. See, I was still a kid when that son of a bitch left me and my mom. I remember being so happy. It was actually a blessing. My old man was a horrible jackass. He beat Mom. God, this is like some deep shit. His friends weren't any better. He always was a coward. You know, the type that always in the shadow of someone bigger. The type that sucks up to people like oh, I got it, like Fredo Corleone. What's that family that is always in the Murder and Merriment shows?
Oh, I know, I can't think of what the name is, but yeah.
I can't
Gambrino.
remember. Gambrino. I can't remember any of his friends' names, though. They were never at the house, always at a bar, drunk. I do recall one of them had a scar on his face, as if someone put out a cigar on it. He was as short as my pops. I think he also had dark hair. They were always drinking together and did some business. Dark alley crooks, all of them. That's all I remember. It was a long time ago. The evening before his arrest, he came home wasted. I remember that because they were airing the Mariner 5 launch then. We all wanted to be astronauts in those days. Low stress level. He started yelling at my mother, then suddenly gave her a pendant and some money. As an apology, I guess. Then he pretended to go to work on the porch. I think he left before midnight. I didn't want to see that bastard ever again. I have no idea who snuffed him in jail, and I don't care. He deserved it. I think it was right before that he sent a letter to my mom about needing something. He said there was something big happening. He could make a lot of money. Mom was so upset she burned the letter. The years after his death were good until Mom died when I was 20. It hit me real hard, and I went down a slippery slope. I ended up behind bars. I don't know what he was talking about in that letter. The cops didn't even ask about it. They might have spoken about it with Mom at the police station. That's all I know.
All right, well, we already have
the police files of Marcus Owens. All right. So, we do have further leads on this, but we can press him further.
I want to look up this.
Hi, Pint Size. Bye, Pint Size. Interview.
I want to look up that. I want to find out what that date was. Because he went to work on the porch. He found this thing.
He found the thing in the porch, so that would be the night that he
probably buried it.
it.
So we can narrow down the actual date that it was that the guy came home with it.
And what's the pendant? I feel like that pendant has something. That's the only reason why I want to press him further, because I would want to know more about the pendant.
Maybe it's another piece of missing.
Yeah. Okay, so...
So I'm going to look this up real quick.
The Mariner 5 launch.
June 14th, 1967.
Okay, so... $1967?
Mm-hmm.
June 14th was 2 days before his birthday.
Right. That's all I really cared about on this.
Yeah, it was the name. Don't exit out of it. Just like.
Yeah, but that's all I cared about was just the date that it took place. So,
Right.
you want to press them further?
Do we want to press them further?
Let's do it.
Okay, so we have to get rid of that. We do have further leads on this one, but I assume it'll be on the back. It's information on Weber and Sons.
Yeah, but which flip door you can flip back and forth. It doesn't matter.
The air conditioner hums. It's the only sound when Owens finally falls silent. He hangs his head as if the testimony has exhausted him utterly. Uncomfortable, heavy silence falls. Weber closes his briefcase, assuming that the interrogation has come to an end. You stop him with a hand gesture and ask him to sit back down. The interrogation is not over yet. That's all? Anything else? You ask with threat in your voice. You look Owens deep in the eyes. He looks away, turning to the lawyer, and finally says a final word. This watch, my mother's pendant, there was more of it. All this was left at my father's pawn shop. I told you there was something with the pendant. Okay, who might know more? Maybe his lawyer knows something. He had a funny name. Marcellus or something? You know, just like that fat guy from Pulp Fiction. And that Marcellus was fat too. He worked on my father's case back then. Maybe he knows something, but I don't know him. I never talked to him. I just remember that my mother mentioned him. It was a long time ago. He's probably dead anyway.
Okay, so Marcellus. I think we definitely need to look up this law firm now.
Mm-hmm.
Because I bet you maybe one of the founding members was somebody named Marcellus.
Probably. Lawyer for Marcus. Okay.
So.
Alright, so we do have...
We do have further leads.
Yes.
Do we want to do that one since we're at
Yeah, let's go ahead. Well...
And we have 2 hours left. We have
Okay, yeah. It should only...
It should take an hour or 2.
Hypothetically, it should only take an hour or 2.
So what is it? 120?
120?
Takes 1 hour.
Sweet. You turn on the main monitor, the 80-inch beast made to order for Antares that is hanging on the wall across from your desks. You begin to pin the folders of data relating to Weber and Son. 2 desktop towers begin the data hunt. You use one of the machines to search the Virginia court files for cases conducted by Weber and Son. On the other, you find a company employees. Their accounts on social networking sites, photos, speeches, and anything else that you could help draw conclusions. You finish off some Chinese food brought in by someone downstairs and view data about Adam Weber on your laptop. His earnings, expenses, insurance, trips. Meanwhile, the 2 desktop PCs put everything that matters on the main monitor. Unfortunately, there's not much. Weber and Son, a small law firm run by a father and son, Adam Weber, Owen's lawyer, is its owner. He specializes in submitting medical and post-accident claims. Neither his past income or his affairs indicate anything interesting. He met Rupert Owens when the latter was caught on DUI charges. His son graduated from law school 3 years ago and has been a partner there since.
Okay, so that's absolutely no good.
Absolutely no good.
Wasted hour. That's fine. I want to make sure that we got all of this. Yeah, we did all that. Did that. I thought there was another. We got that. Press them further. Okay.
All right, we have one more thing. Now tomorrow.
We start the day at the Richmond PD.
Yes. If you decide to attend the funeral.
Which we're going
Now
to
we
do.
we can interrogate the auction house owners.
Wasn't there something we wanted to do at the Richmond PD? Yeah, it's 106. What was that from though? You put on the you wrote down the post it.
Here. Incident data. Oh, it's of the robbery.
Ah, yes. Okay.
Oh, so that's probably where we get the
We'll probably find out about Marcus.
Marcus for the
Yep.
the lawyer.
Yep.
Okay. Well, that's
It's coming together, guys. We got this, chat. We've solved the case.
Unfortunately, that's at Richmond PD, but we can do that tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Nighttime?
Nighttime.
You want to get another?
Yeah, let's get another. thingy doodle.
All right.
All right, so we are going to go to the funeral.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's necessary to go to the funeral. We start at 8 a.m. All right, there is a thing for that.
It's probably going to take time. Is what it's going to take.
Yeah. 134, Richmond PD. Yeah. Okay. There's a lot of things we can do. This is 2 hours.
2 hours, okay.
I feel like today we're going to have a lot of overtime.
You want this to be your day overtime?
I feel like this is going to be the day of overtime.
Okay.
Because we're going to be at Richmond PD. I feel like we're going to be at Richmond PD for a while. You arrive at Richmond PD. In the parking lot, there are over 20 policemen and women wearing formal uniforms with umbrellas in their hands. Within the next few minutes, even more cars arrive, until finally everyone gets into the cars and the procession heads to the cemetery. The grim weather and the nasty drizzle are a fitting backdrop to the ceremony. You park at a distance and stand in the back, watching in solemn silence. After it's finished, you talk to the several policemen jumping topic to topic. The investigation of Slater's hit and run has slumped. The late Slater's wife is a tough woman. After all, she's been the wife of a police investigator all of her life. Slater was retired for 30 years, but he stopped by the precinct. In the end, the weather forces everyone to flee back to their cars. If you want to talk about his old investigations and cases, come to the station, says your old pal Tarkovsky. It's dry there, we have donuts and coffee, and a few of Slater's old friends will also be there. Place the IT marker on the field work location.
I think it's this.
No, that's technology. To the rule book! Oh, the I team is the investigation team marker. On the fieldwork location. Shoot! No, I want to be at the PD!
Oh, well, okay.
Shoot!
Now, do we want to talk to the widow, or do we think it's a waste of time?
I don't know. I kind of feel like... I kind of feel like it's a waste of time.
Then let's not do it.
But I also...
We only have really one of those to use.
Right, but we also have your...
Ability.
ability that we can use if we choose that we want to do it later.
Yep. And the great thing is that we can spend one of these for you to remove it, so we're going to do it more than one time in a day.
Yes. Yes, we'll be able to do it twice. In a day. Okay.
Well, we can do it 3 times if we want to.
Alright, so... Now we have a visit to the police station, 109 Richmond PD. I do think that we need to go do that.
I say we go back so we can do that and also get his file.
And also get the file. I agree.
So it's going to take an hour.
Yeah.
So it's 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
You want to do this one first?
Yeah, let's do 109 first. I feel like this is going to take a long time.
Nope, 2 hours.
Alright. The 6th Richmond Police Station is a place always bustling with life. Though today the lobby is quiet and peaceful. It's as if the rain made even the criminals stay inside. Perhaps to give cops the opportunity to say goodbye to Slater. You look around for someone familiar. You spot Susie Washington from the archives, but she seems to be in the middle of a discussion. You see Tarkovsky behind the glass door of the investigation room. You knock, nodding to Tarkovsky. He gestures you to come in. The room has a relaxed atmosphere. A few cans of Coke, donuts, laughter. It's been 30 years since Slater retired, but there are still a few cops who worked with him, or at least have heard about him. The police are like a family. Generations work here, and Slater was a living legend. A few of the cops are sharing stories about their late friend. One is bragging that during the first month of his service, he knocked out a guy who wounded Slater with a screwdriver. Another mentions the 80s when there was a high-speed chase but ran out of fuel. They had to wait for another patrol car to bring them gas. Thus, the Petrol Patrol nickname was born. After retiring, Slater often jogged by the police station. He liked to stay current on all of the happenings at the station and offer advice when solicited. He knew his stuff. They said he always had a hunch. Rumor had it he worked even more at home, where he kept a lot of files and notes from his previous cases. He archived everything thoroughly.
So we may want to go back and talk to the...
Alright. So we can ask about Slater's old cases.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no, we can't.
Yes, we can. We have a wild.
Oh, we have a wild? When did we use that? Oh, we pushed him further. Okay, we can ask about Slater's old cases. But we have to do this before we can move on to...
And we're in day 3.
We're in day 3.
I say we go for it.
Okay. Among the cops, you spot an older guy who looks less cheerful than the others. You ask Tarkovsky about him. That's Jack Rivieres, Slater's old pal, his first partner. They worked in homicide together in the 60s. You decide to ask Rivieres about Slater. Yes, Michael was a good guy, the type of cop that everyone respects. Even the young people who had thought they knew everything. He had something in him, a kind of calmness and precision. He wasn't knowledgeable about new technology, but nobody teased him about that. Nobody knew that without tech, he would find out more than others. People knew that even without tech, he would find out more than the others. He often took work home with him, working overtime. It was his life, a pencil, a notebook, and work around the clock. Even the case was a no-brainer. He dug deeper. I remember that in the late 60s we worked on the murder case of some florist. The top was pressing us to close the case as fast as possible, and Mike was running around pissed all week that we wouldn't let him do his job. I told him to let it go, but he never listened. I don't know what happened next. They transferred me shortly after. After half an hour of hanging out with the cops, reminiscing about Slater, you no longer have any doubts. The guy kept his case files at home. The pencil and notebook he was always writing were mentioned several times. But do you want to disturb Slater's widow? Visit Christine Slater, 104 Fieldwork.
I think we should. We have time.
Let's do... Do we want to check the thing first?
Sure. We can do that, and if not, we can do some overtime and go visit her at home.
Yep. Richmond PD, 105.
105?
Hi, Marmagny!
Three hours.
Oof. The rain starts to annoy you, but what irks you even more is that some stickler did not want to mail the scans, so you would go down to get them personally. You reach the precinct, entering the official entrance on the other side of the lobby, away from the hustle and bustle of the detainees. You pass the investigation room on the right, turning next to the locker room and showers, and reach the archive located at the end of the corridor. You flash your badge, fill out a request form, turn it in, and then sit in an old metal chair to wait. This part of the police station is quiet and peaceful. After a while, Susie's worried face appears in the window. Someone must have misplaced them. Please wait a moment, we're looking for them. You spend the next several minutes savoring the legendary Richmond PD vending machine coffee, known as the worst sludge. You know that if Susie is on the case, she will go the extra mile to find what you need, and you're not mistaken. In the end, they find it. You have in your hands the printed out scans of the full contents of the 67 folder.
Okay, read files.
Mm-hmm. We also add one of these to the token pool.
Nice. File number? 105?
105. Yeah.
Okay, so it's already there.
Oh, 105. Switch over to the other screen. Look under the insert of your detective game box. There you'll find a couple of additional handouts. Oh, I love it when games do this! Please open the read-only... and read only the one titled File 1, which includes a case, file, and attachment. Ah! There's stuff!
File 1.
Yo.
Oh, I'm gonna... Oh, that one I wanted. Oh, shoot. No, I wanted this one. I wanted this one, but I wanted to do this.
Ah. Okay.
So.
Yeah. Ah! There's stuff. Okay.
Oh, so much information.
There's so much information. There's two pages front and back.
I like they actually... I don't know if the camera actually picks this up or not, but like it looks like A's of paper. Like it looks like there's folds in it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I'm expecting to see like some
stains.
like coffee stains and stuff on them.
All right. Okay, so this is the police report from. We also have a thing here that we can compare the scans with the original.
I mean, we have that. We have the tokens, so we can do that if we want.
Yeah, we have 2 of those tokens.
Yeah. So I think we should
All
do
right.
that.
So, Henry Giles, minor pickpocket, and Marcus Owens, pawn shop. Wait, do we have anything about Henry Giles?
No, that's a new name.
That's a new name. I wonder if that's the other fingerprint.
Maybe.
Okay. On June 14th, 1967, at 8:11 p.m., a police patrol arrived at Horatio Dawson's home at 147 Chillingham Road in Richmond on a disorderly conduct call. The policeman approached the porch and noticed the door to the house was open. There was no response to the policeman's calls, so they entered the premises. Upon entering, at the foot of the stairs, they found the body of a tall, well-built man who was later identified to be Horatio Dawson. The police laid face down with both legs remaining partially on the body laid face down with both legs remaining partially on the stairs. The policeman confirmed the lack of vitals. Backup units and an ambulance were called at 8:19 p.m. The coroner confirmed death. Evidence. Physical evidence available at the Richmond PD Evidential Magazine. Description of the crime scene. See annexed graphic of first and second floor layout. It's here. Both the residential property and the attached flower shop had signs of burglary. The glazed glass door in the kitchen leading to the garden was open, and the glass just above the lock was broken. Where is that?
Say that again?
The glass door leading to the garden.
That's
so
here.
this one right here.
No.
No.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
In the kitchen. The kitchen cabinets and drawers were open, and some of the dishes were thrown on the floor. In the living room, there were broken vases, books from shelves scattered on the floor, and open cabinet doors. The door to the flower shop was open, with pots shattered on the floor and boxes torn open.
That dirt?
The dirt from the box. In the office, I love this game so much. In the office, papers were scattered across the floor. A broken drinking glass was found under the drawers on the side wall. No fingerprint traces were secured. The glass was wiped. A red ceramic pot containing a Florida tassel flower was broken, and dirt was scattered under the window. A footprint, shoe size 11, was found in the dirt.
That doesn't match the father's.
It doesn't match the father's. The desk was moved approximately 12 inches toward the back wall, and parallel scratches were found in the wooden floor. The front edge of the desk had been dented. Traces of type A blood were discovered despite an attempt by the perpetrator to wipe them clean. The father's blood was not type A. On the desk, there was a typewriter with a piece of paper loaded, a green desk lamp, and 3 pencils. The top of the drawer had been wiped. No traces were secured. The open desk drawer contained an old 9x19mm Parabellum cartridges. A 3.3 pound brass ashtray was found on the desk, and small traces of tobacco were scattered on the floor. The safe in the office was open with a combination lock in the open position. The safe contained insurance papers and bank statements. The statements revealed that Dawson withdrew his full account balance on the eve of his death. He cashed out a total of $16,452. The money was not found. A footprint was found in the office door frame, 5.5 inches above the floor, and type A blood traces were found on the corridor 19.6 inches from the entrance door frame. Blood trailed the railing of the stairs. A piece of the rail was broken off at the 10th degree angle on the west side of the stairs. Blood traces were found on the 6th, 10th, and 12th step. The traces were type A blood. So I'm assuming that is from
the
guy falling down the stairs. Dawson flying down the stairs. Yeah. Horatio Dawson. Evidence. Ooh, evidence! Yee!
Okay, so what are these? Are these SDs?
Yes. Is it this one?
Yep.
Yeah. Gee, I feel the same way though. There's a lot of thought behind this, and all I'm thinking about is that there are 4 more of these cases.
And the thing is that they're intertwined.
Yeah.
All right.
Some of it, I will say, some of it isn't necessarily well written, but that's just because I'm a grammar person.
All right. What's
Most of the
what's
time.
this one?
Okay, SD.
Yeah.
JDER25 dash. I just want to say Jamsty. JAMSTY. All right, this is the fingerprint from the brass ashtray.
It'll give us that. Not a match.
All right, scroll down though.
No, it's not a match for anything. It's gonna bring
Oh,
up
it would be right there. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was from the kitchen cabinets. Yeah. All right. So this is another broken one.
Okay.
So anytime I say X, it's gonna be lowercase.
Okay.
Y, U, X, 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 6. Wait, YU should be capitalized.
This matches.
Dash. B, H, U, X, X, 5.
This is gonna match the father.
This is from the ashtray.
Wait.
No. This matches the
No.
one that we didn't have.
Yeah. This is the unknown person.
The unknown. Which would have to be Giles.
Possibly.
Possibly Giles.
Well, let's.
Possibly Giles!
We're probably getting access to his file.
Okay.
Okay. Next one. Another partial?
Oh no.
What?
Okay, this is another partial one.
Okay.
XX. Lowercase. Okay, sorry, it looked uppercase. I've been reading so much, my eyes are getting funky. ER8S dash XXX ATE.
Interesting. Okay, next.
That one could be Charles. That's SM. Okay, so last SD.
Wait, that was SM?
No. That was SD.
Okay.
All right, we have 2 SMs, but I like to do all the SDs first.
Okay, last SD.
Victim's fingerprints.
Okay.
Y U 3456 dash B H U Y 86. YU 3456 dash 82. BUHY 82.
So the cigar box is his.
It's from Horatio Dawson, and this is the one that they said that it couldn't give us, isn't it?
No.
Is this not the one that it said it couldn't give us?
Nope.
What's the
That
one
is
it
this
said?
one. That's the C3U22.
Oh, that's the C3U one.
But
C3PO one.
this is where the watch came from.
Yes, this is where the watch came from.
Because it matches 5 out of 5 of the known partials.
Yeah. And it's 92% match to the fingerprints inside the cigar box that we didn't have the name for.
Yeah. So that's his fingers were inside them. So the cigar box, if nothing else, we know the cigar box came from him.
Yes. What was this?
Right. Email.
Press mine too. Don't be a poo head.
All right.
All right, now we have SM.
All right. The plot thickens.
I'm gonna wear my glasses next time and put my hair up in pigtails.
To be Penelope.
Uh-huh.
You have to get
I'm
like a fluffy
I'm
pen.
gonna be Penelope. Yes, I'm gonna get a fluffy pen. I'm gonna be
Should
Penelope.
I put like on a sweater and like a button-down shirt and like
Yes.
a loose tie and
This is happening. This is happening.
and be Reed?
Next game. All right.
All right, what do we have?
This is SM, right?
Yes.
A, Y,
Mm-hmm.
T, V, 9, 7, dash, B, N, Y, U, 5, 2. Ooh, it's only a 58% match to the sample soy from the cigar box.
Mm-hmm. Which that's gonna be these. I have a feeling that these are gonna be harder to match because it's dirt. But I wonder if we dig deeper on that, if we go do back up to the lab,
Maybe.
which maybe we want to do.
Do we have to go back to the lab to do it?
I think so because it's on a lab card. I think it's gonna be a lab card we have to deal with.
Okay. Okay. All right.
All right. What do we have?
One more. 8. What's that? 8. 6. R. T. E. Y. Dash. N. L. T. T. A. 4.
That's something brand new.
Right, that doesn't match any. Oh, those are seeds. Okay.
Okay.
So that's the last of that one. That's 2 of 4. 3 of 4. God, we have so many more leads. Murder suspect. Henry Giles was allegedly a witness to the victim's attempt to sell valuables at a pawn shop. He and his partner, Marcus Owens, made the decision to break into Dawson's home. Giles allegedly tracked the victim to his home. On the evening of June 14th, 1967, that matches the night that he came home drunk and went to gave her the stuff.
And buried stuff.
Mm-hmm. Giles parked a car on Roseman Street. He broke into Dawson's home from the garden, leaving a footprint in this dirt, shoe size 11. The course of events is alleged as follows. Giles held... Is it whatever it's Giles or Giles? Giles held Dawson at gunpoint. The weapon was found on the suspect the next day. Giles forced the victim to open the safe. There was a struggle followed by screams. Giles pushed the victim down the stairs. He then searched the house chaotically. The perpetrator likely heard the passing patrol, ran out of the house through the back exit, and drove off. Suspect Henry Giles was shot dead during the attempted arrest on the following day, June 15th, 1967. In the car, a green Chevrolet sedan, there were the day's sales from a flower shop, a .38 caliber revolver, and an old .08 Parabellum pistol. All items were collected during the police intervention. Suspected accomplice Marcus Owens. Owens' testimony reveals that on June 14, 1967, Horatio Dawson visited the pawn shop with the intention of selling a variety of jewelry. Owens bought some of the items from the victim for a total of $487. Owens worked as Giles' silent partner, informed Giles that Dawson had more valuables. However, he denied being involved in the robbery. Testimony of Marcus's ex-wife Lily Garrett confirmed the suspect's alibi. Which is true, because that would be the same night that he was dealing with all that stuff. But I wonder if the jewelry...
Depending on what time this all happened.
Yeah.
No, that's not true. Because we have proof. We have proof that the father was in the house. We know it's not true. Because...
No, Horatio Dawson.
No. Marcus...
Fingerprints traces from the 3.3 ashtray?
Hold on.
You want... Scroll down, I'll show you which one you want.
Oh, I'm in the wrong thing.
You want... that one.
This one?
Wait, no. Yeah, it would have to be that one. Don't click there. That makes you update it.
I have to go to match.
You have to go to match. No, that's one we don't know. Marcus wasn't there.
Hold on. Marcus. This is Marcus, right? Yeah. That's just his fingerprints.
Yeah.
I want to see what matches Marcus.
I thought it was KU. Am I spelling his name wrong? I spelled his name wrong. Oh well. It's fine.
Oh.
Yeah, he doesn't match anything.
But he still got stuff from the guy.
Yeah, he still got stuff from the guy.
But the cigar box and stuff came from his house.
Right. And we know that the fingerprints were Horatio Dawson's, and there's another set of fingerprints that we don't know yet.
Well,
we have all kinds of stuff down here. So we have an investigating officer, we have the police files of the victims and suspects, we have evidence related to the case, we have the autopsy report, we can consult a forensic psychologist, and we can visit Horatio Dawson's grave.
The last one I think is pointless. Let's do the stuff that's free first. All the name stuff, let's do those.
Yeah, let's do the names first.
So. Let's put Michael in there, even though we don't really need his stuff right now.
Michael, MichaelSlater. That is not what I was expecting Michael Slater to look like. Okay, he's a retired police officer. Oh, that's literally all that we have. Christine Slater. Look at the birthplace.
Oh! That's not what I was looking. Witness in a homicide.
That was 1965.
Alright.
Okay. Sorry, I'm still like thrown that she's from Charleston, West Virginia. Okay, Horatio Dawson.
Spell for me.
HORATIODAWSON.
Type A blood. Oh, we already have
He's
it
already
in there.
in there, yeah. That's okay. Let's click on him so we can read the rest of his stuff. Issues time was 11 and a half. Keep scrolling down.
I want to see military tattoo. 7 Steps to Hell. I want to know what that is.
Okay. Where are the leads? Get the incident data. Oh, there's more stuff here. Okay, so look at your 7 Steps to Hell, and then we'll go through all of that. We can. Oh god. I'm stressed.
We'll probably work some overtime tonight. Oh.
I can have a Swiss roll, but you only have one left. I'm not that kind of person.
Okay. The 7 Steps to Hell.
Yeah, I am gonna ask for pretzels though.
That's fine. The 7 Steps to Hell was an army tattoo
Yes.
during World War II.
Okay. Oh. So he would have.
He would have been in Germany.
The plot really thickens.
So even if
I don't like that some of the music just like stops.
yeah.
Ooh. This way across the Rhine and during captured Nuremberg.
I have a feeling that this is how this.
Yeah, I feel like he's the one who took it.
Yeah, I think that the German guy is just a red herring.
Y'all, I am so 1000% like just
All about
completely
this?
wrapped up in this right now. Okay.
Okay.
Wait. Okay, so we can get the incident data at the PD from. Wait, no, that's the incident data. We already have that.
Do we have 105? Yeah, 105.
Yeah, we have 105.
Okay, we got that one.
We're still working through because we can compare scans to the original still. We have not done that yet.
Which I still think we should.
Dawson's personal file from the official military personnel files.
Headquarters.
Oh, I wonder if his is the.
No, we have his fingernails. We have his fingerprints.
Oh yeah, that's right. Never mind. I got so excited for
Um,
no reason.
But wait, his fingerprints weren't on the watch, was it?
No. I don't know. But scroll up for a second. Okay, so who? Oh, Colonel Samuel Brown. Okay, scroll back down. Personnel file.
Well, we're going to write down number 113.
Number 1. That's here.
Yeah, for tomorrow.
So we did this.
Samuel Brown.
Wait, you didn't give me.
113.
Yeah, but I like to know what I'm doing, what it is.
Are you guys having fun? Are you guys enjoying this?
Can you scroll down, please?
Sorry.
I am very much enjoying this.
I'm like super laser focused on this.
Dawson's personnel file. It's his personnel files.
Well, thank you, G.
Hi, G.
We like you too.
Okay, Dawson's personnel files. That's number 113 at headquarters.
I think we need to look that up because if we can prove that he was in Nuremberg.
Okay, so we can do that tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Okay, so Samuel
Samuel
Brown. He was in a car accident.
There's previously a wrong death date? That doesn't matter.
He's charged with fraud, corruption, and falsifying reports. Oh, because that's 1946 is when Dawson was charged, and then the charges were later dropped.
This is who he fought with.
That's the
But I'm guessing
falsifying reports.
corruption. I'm guessing that this.
Ooh, his blood type is O.
He has something to do with this too.
Alright. We also
Oh, we don't have Sam. Wait, there's nothing else for Sam?
No.
I wish we could have his freaking fingerprints.
Okay. Henry Giles is the next one.
Henry Giles.
What if we don't get it done in 4 days?
Well, at 4 days we have to submit our final report.
Yeah, but what happens if we can't?
We have to. You have to answer questions, and it tells you whether or not you solve the case.
Oh no! So we could not wait. Oh no!
But if we don't solve the case, we can actually go back and redo it.
Okay. Oh no!
Well, that's good. I mean, it's not good that...
Somehow, go heat your dinner back up.
All right. So who are we looking up now?
Henry Giles.
Yeah, this is the guy. This is the guy we want.
Marcus Owens.
Henry Giles. Okay, he was too young. He's too young to serve.
Yeah, he's the baby. Oh, add a match. Oh, wait, we already have him, don't we? We already have him.
No, we don't.
Yeah, we do. Because I said Jamsty.
Oh, yeah.
It's the fingerprints from the
no,
house.
But we didn't have it. We thought it was him. We didn't have the match.
Oh,
We just now have the match.
Okay,
because you had that from
okay.
that.
Okay.
So, yeah, obviously he was there. We know that.
Okay, so April 6th, 1960 for petty theft. He's got a long one.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Hold on, what? Wait, what?
Okay. So, this 6 foot
6 foot.
ex-military
Uh-huh.
was overpowered
By a 5'6" kid.
Well,
he was 30.
Well, the other guy was
Okay.
only like 40, so they were similar in age.
They both have the same blood type, too.
No, do they?
Yeah, ARH plus. Okay. Arrested. Shot. Shoe size 11. Body has been cremated. And then the incident report. Okay, which we already have. That's what we have in right here.
So the big thing on this was his shoe size. Now, there's 2 guns that were found in his car.
Yes. Don't remember what they're always here. A 38 caliber revolver and a .08 parabellum pistol.
I know that it doesn't have that as something we search, but I want to look up that second pistol. I think that's military issue.
But it says no. It doesn't have a search.
Well, it's because we don't have the digital thing. I wonder if we compare it to the digital, if it's going to give us this report in digital format, and it will have a search thing for that.
Well, I don't know. Let's do it then.
You want to do it? All right.
Yeah. We wanted to compare the scans anyway, and that's all that we can do.
Okay.
On this. I want to set this here.
Put that back in the folder.
Well, there's still stuff here.
Is there? Okay.
Yeah, there's we can get evidence related to the case at the PD. We can get the autopsy report. We can consult a forensic psychologist, and we can go to Horatio Dawson's grave. I don't feel like either of these 2 things are necessarily important. The only thing that I would want to go to his grave for was to look at his gravestone. But these 2, this one would give us the pistols and stuff.
That also may give us a bill of sale of what was sold at the pawn shop.
Maybe. I don't know. Well, here's the stuff that testimony pawn shop.
Yes, there are some things that are actual, like, historical things you can actually look up.
Days sales from a flower shop, 38 caliber revolver, and a parabellum pistol. All right. Do we want to compare the scans with the original?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So we need to get rid of one of our files. Apart from Susie, there are several other people working in the archives whom you don't trust. You do not want to have to come back here in an hour because there was something missing from the file. You take the scan out of your briefcase and decide to compare it to the original documents. You flash your badge at the archive employee and ask him to show you the contents of the original folder so you can be sure that you have a complete scan. The guy is grumpy, but you have experience. Old papers, archives, and evidence magazines are your domain. You share some stories from the archives in Missouri where you had your training years ago in the atmosphere lightnings. The employee waves his hand and lets you inside. He points to the right bookshelf and says you can rummage through them freely. He leaves, wishing you good luck. That's exactly what you wanted. You go to the bookshelf and rifle through the box with the 67 file. You see that sandwiched between the notes is a small crumpled piece of paper. It must have fallen out of one of the files. Yes, you know it looks like a stroke of luck, but why not? Sometimes these things just happen. There's information in the note signed with the name Slater. In the investigation, the fingerprints of Henrietta Marcos and her 2 children were omitted. Henrietta was a neighbor and housekeeper. The prints of her and her children, mainly her son Andrew, were practically all over the house. Apart from that, the scans matched the original.
You might want to write down those names. Write down at least
Henrietta
and Andrew.
Andrew. Henrietta Marcos and Andrew Marcos. Okay, so that's with Slater.
So
that's who? Wait,
done.
wait, hang on. Who is Slater?
Slater is the guy that died.
That died. Okay, so we have to go visit Christine Slater. Now the question is, do we want to talk to the widow here, or are we going to visit her here?
I think that talking to her here is going to want you to come visit her later. I think these are going to lead the same place, personally.
Okay.
I do.
So we just want to go to field work?
Well, do we want to do that now? Because it's going to be an hour to leave. Is there anything else here at the Richmond PD? Yes.
Yes, but that stuff is going to take between 2 and 3 hours.
But if we get the evidence from this case, that's the big thing that I want, is the evidence. Because I think we're going back to the lab tomorrow.
Okay.
That's my feeling.
No, if you want to do that, it's going to put us into serious overtime.
Well, we can get up to 7 hours of overtime. And not.
Okay.
I mean, because otherwise we're traveling and doing a lot of overtime tomorrow. We're already here now.
I'll put that down there. Okay. If you want to do it, then let's do it. 106. Oh my god. It's going to be like, ooh, you're going to give you 7 hours.
106. 3 hours.
Okay, so that's going to be 3 hours of...
Mm-hmm. So we only have 3 left. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Okay. You pass 3 cops who are talking about some suspect being on the move. Somebody saw him a few blocks from here. They cover their heads with their jackets and run out into the rain. In front of you, at the end of the corridor, you see a ruckus in the lobby. A couple of policemen are struggling with a tattooed jock. You turn left, past the locker room and showers, and reach the evidence storage, which shares space with the archives. You fill out the application manually, sign 4 consecutive forms, and hand everything to Susie, who takes the forms and winks at you. You brace yourself for several dozen minutes of waiting with a cup of nasty coffee in one hand and the phone in the other. You sit in one of the dozen or so wired chairs which stand along the wall. You have time to read on the internet about military operations during World War II. Finally, they call out your name. The archive employee brings you a dusty cardboard box. Inside, you find only a couple of items and torn scraps of typewritten paper secured on a paper envelope labeled "Send to Lab 072467." Over the writing, there's a stamp reading "Examination Cancelled." Read 128, 129, and 135.
128, 129, and what was it, 135?
Yeah. Okay. 128. Alright. A photo found in a shattered frame on the floor next to the desk in Horatio Dawson's office. We want to switch to the
Sure.
either us big or the table. Just a photo.
So to flip it over.
Oh wait, that's not the
Yes.
description. Photo found in Horatio Dawson's safe.
That's him.
That's him, right?
Do any of these other guys look familiar?
No.
Hold on. That one.
You and I see two different people. This little swoop.
Hmm?
The hairline is not the same. This is more like the hairline.
This is more like the face shape.
I disagree. Let's look at other ones.
Well, let's show that picture. So, hold on. So this is... Oh, I never see that picture.
No, you're not gonna be able to get them to say you're right. Because I know that's what that was. Alright, description. Brass ashtray weighs approximately 3.3 pounds found on the desk.
Okay.
pendant which suspect Marcus Owens bought at his pawn shop from Horatio Dawson. Owens later gave this to his wife, Lily Owens. Later, Lily Garrett. Okay, so we have a conundrum.
Okay.
We can either make sure that is all of the evidence, or we can verify the authenticity of the bill.
I say we verify the... Oh!
Because we only have one... little magnifying glass.
Chat, do we verify that... Make sure it's all the evidence, or do we verify the authenticity of the bill of sale?
The real question is, why aren't the guns in here?
What do you guys think?
Tough decisions.
It's warm. I'm gonna open the window.
Okay. Hi, Wampus! Alright, Set Beaumont says authenticity. Thank you. Check some of my notifications that my phone is.
So, Spoiler Rye says bill of sale. L says bill of sale.
Also, hi, spoiler alert, Rise. It's true. It's true. It's true. All right. So everybody says authenticity.
But
okay. Let's do it. Chat. We said chat was gonna have a say.
All right, chat. Don't screw us. Wait. Now
this
that my mind is.
But.
All right.
All right.
We're doing it. We're verifying this.
All right.
So that.
This has other things on it, though.
Yeah.
So we have. Wait, did we do this? Did we do 109? Richmond PD?
I don't think we have. Wait,
What
did
even
we?
is that?
No, we have not done that.
Huh.
Oh, yeah, we did. Could have sworn we did.
Well, I don't have it, so. Alright. Flipping it over.
Well, I'm just gonna.
Oh, by the way, we're going to the lab. It's not in there, so I don't know where it is. Is this 109?
No. Oh, it's right here.
Oh, duh. You call the office and ask them to look for Dawson's signature scans everywhere in the system. His military ID, letters, bills, to the laundry, anything. They say they'll check and call you back. You sit back in the metal chair and watch the policeman at the end of the corridor still struggle with the tattooed man, trying to bring him into custody. The guy is high on drugs and causing serious problems. 3 policemen barely manage to get him into the cell. Meanwhile, your phone bleeps. Check your email. You hear in the phone. You have a photo of Dawson's military ID with his signature. You do not need a graphologist to determine the signatures look identical. The one on the receipt and the one on the card. The receipt seems to be real. You can imagine Dawson leaning over the counter of the pawn shop, passing Owen a watch, picking up a pen and signing the bill. His fingerprints must be here.
Okay.
Don't we already have Dawson's fingerprints?
Let's find out.
Yeah, we already have Dawson's fingerprints.
But we don't have anything matching them. So we
Okay, so for evidence. Alright, so we have 109. Okay, so there are a lot of things that we can do tomorrow. We can go talk to We can go talk. This one is talk to Christine Slater.
Mm-hmm.
This one is visit the lab to get fingerprint research. We can examine the paper shreds. We can do historical consultation of the evidence. We already did that. Okay.
So that one's
And then
done.
over here, we did that. We can do Horatio Dawson's autopsy report.
I'm not worried about that.
Okay.
I'm not worried about going to the grave either.
And we decided we weren't going to go talk to the people at the...
No.
I don't think they have anything to do
Alright,
with it.
so we're done with our day. This is the final day. So, is there anything here we want to do?
At headquarters? I feel like there was something that we wanted to do.
Did we want to do the historical evidence?
No, I don't think that we need to. I wrote something down. Dawson's personnel files.
Oh, yes.
That was what we wanted to do at headquarters.
Let's pull Dawson's
113.
I do want to do that.
2 hours. The computer on the desk behind you looks for connections between Dawson, Horatio, and World War II, Europe. Veterans' diaries, interviews, memories, photos, archives, anything that will allow you to get more information about this man. Someone somewhere had to write something about him. Someone somewhere must remember him. In a letter from the war or an interview, somewhere for sure. On the monitor, subsequent documents flash. Download, get analyzed, and rejected. The computer on the right analyzes information about military tattoos and the expression 7 steps to hell. The images flash one by one on the monitor. It took you a few minutes to set up filters that would discard the results with prison tattoos. Without those filters, it would take weeks to sort through them. While these two behemoths are running down the information superhighway, dragging information through the fiber optic, you are battling the forms from the National Personnel Records Center in St. Louis, trying to file an application for Dawson's military files. Finally, you give up. Pick up the phone and make a call. A nice lady promises to take care of it personally. 10 minutes later, you receive your answer by email. We regret to inform you that the files of Mr. Dawson belong to a group of documents destroyed in a fire on July 12, 1973. All that is left are the following data. A catalog card from the inventory sheet. Regarding the conduct of the service, we do not have any information, although it can be concluded from the number of distinctions that it was exemplary. Horatio James Dawson. Okay, so this is the stuff that we really already have. Born March 12th, 1925 in White Springs, Texas. Died June 14th, 1967, Richmond, Virginia. He served from January 1943 to November 1945. U.S. conscript. From 46 to 55, he was located in Fort Lee, training the U.S. Army Quartermaster's Corps. Fun facts, I feel like I have family who trained at Fort Lee, but I can't think right now. Allocation 7th Army, 6th Infantry Corps. He was a sergeant. He was Distinguished Service Cross, Purple Heart, Bronze Star, European, African, Middle Eastern Campaign Medal. We've got stuff that we can look up. Husky Operation, Undertone Operation, and he's in the
Undertone Operation. I saw that somewhere.
The Virginia. Oh, we get to add a thing to the token pool.
Okay, hold on. Operation Undertone, and that's the one that went to Nuremberg. So he was in Germany.
Ding dong.
Eddie, just Eddie. Thank you so much for that follow.
Eddie, just Eddie. Welcome to the neighborhood. Hello. Welcome.
For anyone that's just joining us, has no clue what the hell is going on.
Ha! We're really excited.
Tonight we're starting our campaign of Detective, which does contain spoilers. But it is an interactive thing where you actually have a database that you're entering things into. You're trying to solve cases, and the cases will build upon each other. Yeah, I don't know how else to really talk about this right now. I don't think I've processed everything just yet.
This is so much information.
Okay, so
All right, we were looking up a Husky Operation and Undertone
well,
Operation.
Undertone Operation I already have.
Where?
It was right here. Operation Undertone. That was the one that went to Germany.
Assault.
But that was in Nuremberg.
Okay, come on. Or at least let me read the thing that it said. It was a large assault by the U.S. 7th and French First Armies of the U.S. 6th Army Group as part of Allied invasion. All right, so he was absolutely
In Germany.
in Germany.
Yeah.
Okay, what's Husky Operation?
I have to assume like take us to like a husky rescue or something.
Yes, I have heard of Fireball Island. We actually don't have it, but we have a friend who does, who may come on in a future stream to play.
It's the invasion of Sicily.
Ooh, the invasion of Sicily. Okay, that was near the end of the war. Okay, so he was definitely over there. All right, so this further leads Virginia Veterans Cemetery fieldwork. I think it's the remastered.
Yeah, the remastered, not the original. Okay, so this stays over here because we're not doing the. No, wait, we flipped to both sides of this. This can go over here. We just haven't done the further leads on this one.
Yeah.
So this actually goes down here.
That's the same as this one over here, the Horatio Dawson's grave.
Gotcha. I don't know. I don't feel like we need to. I feel like the other guy that he fought with had something to do with this.
Maybe.
He has too many honorable things. The other guy has shady things. I think he ended up with the stuff. That's what we don't know right now.
Okay.
So, I say that we go back to the lab. We have like 3 things we can do at the lab.
We have a couple. Yeah, we have a couple things we can do. We have
We
2 things that we
fingerprint?
can do at the lab. We can do the free fingerprint, or we can do the paper shreds. We wanted to go talk to Christine Slater, which is also field work.
I don't know.
This is great music for this panic moment.
I mean, because his files are at home, so she may have some files there for us. But I feel that going to the lab,
My fear is that those files are gonna have Henrietta Marcos and Andrew Marcos' stuff. But I don't. Hey, that's fun.
So my thought, and here's my thought. I think that Samuel Brown, this guy, he was charged with fraud, corruption, falsifying reports.
Okay.
I think that he is the one, and also he had wrongful death at some point in 1992. I have a feeling that he is the one that actually took the stuff from Germany. He's actually about the same age as Kurt. Wait a minute. He died in 85. But they thought he died in 92?
Yeah. There was previously a wrong date of death in Samuel Brown's file.
I think if we check the fingerprints of that bill of sale, it's not going to be Dawson's. I think it's his.
What got you to that?
I think his is the fingerprints that are being held.
Okay, but it was definitely Dawson's.
It matched exactly to his photo ID from his military records.
Yeah.
How many times do you sign your signature and it's exactly the same?
I mean, we can check it. I still think that we need to talk to Christine Slater, but if you don't think that that's necessary, then
I mean, we can. You want to go talk to Christine Slater and then go to the lab with whatever time we have left?
I just don't know how much time we're gonna have. We're really running out of time here.
Mm-hmm. I just feel he has too much decorated service. And the only mark on his record was expunged after the other guy was for falsifying records.
Well, do we want to say that these two things are our last things that we're going to do, no matter what, as long as we don't go over by 3 hours?
Well, the second we get to that, we're done. We have to finalize our final report as soon as we hit 7.
Stress level?
Yep.
I thought we just lost.
No. We just have to finalize our report the second we get to our stress level.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, and investigators can use their at any facility.
Oh, any
location.
facility.
Yeah. So
Oh.
we actually wouldn't have to go back to wherever.
I mean, do you want...
So we can still do this.
Mm-hmm.
We could do that now, but do we want to wait and see if there's something else that comes up on one of these?
Sure.
Do we want to go to
Let's
fieldwork
go.
first?
Let's go. You want to do this one, so let's do this. So we're gonna go here, there. This is 104. 3 hours.
2, we're definitely going to go over.
Okay.
We're not going to get to do...
Well, I can do this one.
Yeah, but it's still going to take time.
No, it doesn't, because we're just looking at the back of the card. It doesn't take time to look at the back of the card.
Oh, okay. Okay. Alright, the entire city is congested. The light drizzle finally turned into a downpour and all the streets came to a halt. You wasted an additional half hour in traffic, but you finally arrive. You wait in the car for a few minutes while watching the house, wondering if you really want to go in there and bother Mrs. Slater. You muster up the courage, you run to the house, jumping over puddles and knock open the door. A young blonde woman with a nice smile opens the door. Yes, what can I help you with? Good morning, can I talk to Mrs. Christine Slater? I'm actually under the authority of the FBI, you say, showing your ID card. This is not the best time. I'm sorry, I realize that. Whom do I have the pleasure of speaking with? Linda Evans. Aunt Christine is my grandmother's sister. I live here because I study history at the university. Please come in. Aunt Christine is upstairs. She's lying down because the doctor recommended rest. Please wait a moment. I'll go get her. You stay in the room. Mrs. Slater has just buried her husband. Now you're standing in her living room, ready to further spoil her day with questions about the former affairs of her husband. Read questioning 104. We add a stress to the plot token pool and add plot card number 133 to case 2.
133?
Yeah.
To case 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
104.
104.
It took about half an hour for the old lady to come downstairs. Her niece led her gently. She was walking slowly with a small wooden cane in her hand. She sat heavily in the armchair. Her eyes were red and swollen, and she was breathing heavily. Oh. How may I help you? My husband's friends have been keeping me informed. The FBI? I'm listening, she said in a quiet, tart voice. Mrs. Slater, please accept our condolences. We are here because a while ago your husband was investigating a case that overlaps our own. You perhaps know if Mr. Slater had any notes from the old days. It was really long ago. Christine Slater nodded her head. Of course, it piled up through the years. My husband always liked to keep things organized. He kept his documents neat. He usually wrote down just single words, head words. He had a great memory and used to say that this was the only way to jog it. This was only to jog it. A bit funny, I know, but that's the way Michael was. He kept the notes in the storage room under the stairs. She got up and opened a small door to the cabinet under the stairs. There on the shelf were boxes containing chronologically arranged notes. That's it. They're really well organized. On one of the boxes there was a small gray file with 67 Dawson written across it. It appears to have been consulted and never returned to its box. Inside, there are papers and photographs. You start checking them out to see if anything connected to the case. Thank you, ma'am. Again, please accept our condolences. I think this is everything we need. Ooh, look at all that stuff that we get. Have a look at Slater's material. Read 132, 127, and 130.
132? What was it?
127?
7?
And 130. I'm doing them in the order. June 14th, 1967. Chevrolet, okay, Mustang?
Wait, hold on.
That moment redeemed a custom award. This looks like the best time for a horse. Can you make a horse?
I think so. Okay, let's see if I can do this.
What color?
What color would you like?
Do you want me to hold up?
A yellow horse.
I'm so into this right now. There was a time that I wanted to go into stuff like this. But I don't do well, like, doing, like, crime scene stuff because I'm really weak-stomached. So that wouldn't have worked well for me.
Not Christian Slater. Christine Slater. Hello, Volpies.
I'm interested to see how you make a horse. What happens when you run out of balloons?
I have a bunch there and I'll order more than it costs anything.
It already looks like a horse. I'm so afraid it's gonna pop. But that's a long neck there.
Relax. Down.
I know. I'm in the room with it.
I use good balloons so they shouldn't pop, but this one does involve a lot of twists, so it may, and if so, I apologize. Shoot. This meme is coming undone.
Oh no.
Try to fix it after this.
Oh my god, it's so cute.
His mane came and twisted a little bit, but...
Look at it! Ah! I like that you always give them eyes. It's real cute.
So, Belmont, there's your little horse with his little mane.
Ah! I'm so impressed. Elle wants a lime green turtle.
A lime green turtle. Alright, let me finish the game, and then at the end I think I can make a turtle. It's been a while, so I'll have to figure out.
I'm so impressed with this one.
And I don't know if I have lime green, so I may just have to be green. So, but let's get back to the game and look at this evidence.
Okay.
Oh, thank you so much for the 200 bits.
Lovis, thank you so much. Okay. Alright, this is mostly garbage.
Is it?
Well, yes and no.
Okay.
Chevrolet, okay. Mustang? Cigarette butts, no diaries. Giles, why didn't he have a weapon? Motive? Robbery? Front door. Jack says Lily Garrett is lying. Oh!
It is the guy.
It is the guy. You were right. You were right. Okay, so we have that evidence that matches the stuff that we got from...
Okay, but here's the thing. Giles, why didn't he have a weapon? Is that referring to Giles?
Yeah.
Because Giles is the guy that broke in.
Yeah. He had guns, but they were all in the stuff in the bag that he took from the...
But here's the thing. In the report, it's how he was held at gunpoint.
It's true. It did say he was held at gunpoint. Okay. Okay, this is from May 4th, 1978.
Okay.
Richard Briggs, 12:30 p.m. Young, probably military caring for vets. 7 Army in Europe. Brenner, Cox, and Brown, their boss. Nickeltorn didn't return. Buddies?
Brown. Brown is the guy.
Brown? Yeah, yes. Doctor? Who he was? Asked about Dawson, Buckman, and Brown.
Yeah, Sam or Brown. That's the guy in the picture. Who was their boss.
This is from June 15th, 1967. Wait, 89? Oh, that was 89. 1978, 89.
Okay.
Anna picture. Is that this? Is that this one? Is that Anna?
Yeah.
Marcus plus Day. Okay. Okay, so Marcus and the Day, that was. He came in the back, went out front. Where are Dawson's diaries? Marcus? No. Doesn't make sense. New data, Giles is dead, Marcus caught. The top ordered to close the case.
Please stop her from doing that.
Be a good girl.
Okay. So... You good? Jack is his partner, and he thinks that Lily Garrett is lying, which means that I do think that Marcus was there. I think Marcus was the one holding the gun on the guy.
Well, I think Marcus... Please don't. Marcus... Help. No, seriously, please help.
Stop biting earrings.
She keeps biting my earrings. I think Marcus plus Day okay means that the alibi was fine. But where are Dawson's diaries? Marcus didn't have them.
No, I don't think that...
I think Marcus may...
Marcus is caught.
Yeah, but I think that he may be getting framed.
I don't think so. That right there, that guy, he's my prime suspect.
That was creepy.
I think that's the guy. Oh, they can't see what... Shit. Sorry, guys. Check over the main. Okay. I think Samuel Brown. He's the guy in the picture.
Well, do we want to go? We want to go to the lab.
I mean, we can.
All right, so we can do this from where we are.
Okay.
You can use a skill point.
Now, do we want to do that, or do we want to go to the lab, see if we need it?
We can do that too.
Let's do this one.
Okay, this has been finished. This was good information. Sort of.
Okay, so we're gonna go to the lab.
Mm-hmm.
We only have 2 left that we can use.
Mm-hmm.
So. And we're going.
Okay, but here's the thing. Here's my fear about doing this first. If when we've hit 7, we have to do the thing, then we're not going to be able to do this. We already know that this isn't going to take time.
Then let's do it. So I'm going to use it. Use my ability. Or do you? Oh, I'm going to use it, and then you're going to use yours. Just give it right back in case I have for some other reason.
Yes. You download the report on the laptop and forward it to Antares. You think you're about to leave the lab when you suddenly think of something. You return to the living room and enter the signatures of the cigar box again, then enter the menu of the scope of research and choose soil, seeds, and others. Wonder what they will make out from these seeds. High priority again. You wait. A few minutes later, you get the results. Okay, so SM. 8 6 R T E Y dash N L T T A 7. So there's the match for the seeds.
Yep.
All right.
All right. We're doing this?
Doing this?
All right.
114.
Hopefully it's only like 2 hours. 2 hours.
Hey, so 1 thing of overtime. 6. All right. Oh, yes, and we get to spend tokens to do it instead of...
Nice.
Okay, another visit to the laboratory building. The scanner reads your badge and you hear an automated welcome back. Going up to the 8th floor, you wonder if the person who programmed the system wanted to be really nice or really sarcastic. You pass through the glass door and delve into the world of lab silence. You log into the system, enter the evidence signature of the invoice, select a piece of paper in the options, select a photo of the fingerprints, and select a high priority procedure. You wonder if there are any investigators who do not check this option. The lab assistant picks up the bill and secures it in the string bag. He scans the number and the screen with your application immediately lights up in red. You approach the screen. High priority procedures unavailable. Contact 804-55-6687 for more info. Damn.
So we're going to spend 2.
Spend 2
Yep.
to finish the procedure. Woohoo! You receive a notification about the completion of the analysis. You log into the laboratory system and choose the option to send the report via an encrypted path directly to the Antares database. You provide the case number and verification code. All right. Evidence. SD.
Okay.
Hey, sweet girl.
SD.
SD. F. J. E. D. 5. 4. Dash. K. L. M. D. F. 6.
It's Marcus Owens. That's the owner of the pawn shop. That would make sense. Next one.
Y, U, 3, 4, 5, 6, dash, B, H, U, Y, 8, 4. Horatio Dawson. Dun, dun, dun.
But that's what we thought it was.
Yeah, that's the guy.
So he is the one that sold it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Waste.
That was a waste. That's completely been done. That's what we just did.
Yeah, this is what we just did.
We can't do those two.
Well, we could hypothetically actually examine the paper shreds, but I don't feel like it's worth it.
I don't think we're.
I feel like we are not solving this case.
I mean, I think that's it. I think we have to finalize our report at this point.
I do too. Hopefully we can answer this. All right.
All right. Final report.
You ready to finish your game? Our game is finished.
Yep.
Okay. Rupert Owens found the watch beneath the floorboards of the porch of his family's home.
Yes.
That we know. We also have concluded that Marcus Owens, the father of Rupert Owens, was the previous owner of the watch, which
He bought from Horatio Dawson. Because that was on the bill of sale.
Yeah, I was looking for the bill of sale, but I don't know where it is.
It's in there.
There it is. Gold jewelry and gold watch. Yes, he bought from Horatio Dawson. At some point, the watch was in the possession of Horatio Dawson, and we believe that
We don't know how he got it.
we don't know how he got it. As for Kurt Blutholz got the watch, our team was able to deduce that
We don't know how he got it either.
we absolutely did not get this.
Just hold on.
Those findings conclude our investigation in the matter of the Golden Watch. Delaware sends you an email with some additional questions. First of all, were you able to determine who might have killed Horatio Dawson? Well, Henry Giles killed Horatio Dawson.
We don't know that.
But all the evidence points to him.
Alright.
And from what we can see in Mr. Dawson's file, he was a soldier in the 7th Army. Do you know about any officer that might have been involved with Dawson? That is
Samuel Brown.
Samuel Brown. Oh, that's mean. I knew it was Brown. Yeah, it's Samuel Brown. Oh, that's
7.
not good.
6.
6.
Hey.
You did almost great.
Okay. But the case was solved.
I don't feel like the case was solved.
Wait. Read the epilogue and a final report breakdown.
I don't feel like the case was solved. We didn't learn anything.
Well, this is only the first step of this. We've traced back and we think we made some connections.
Where's the... Do we just close the case? And read the epilogue?
I guess.
Yeah, because I don't have anything.
Case was solved. Final report. Here we go.
You finished your job. For the time being, before heading to the nearest pub for dinner, the whole team meets with Delaware in his office. Thank you very much for completing your investigation, and make no mistakes, this was an important case. He smiles briefly and points to the screen. I have your report, and I also have done a little bit of my own research. Let me point out some things I find particularly interesting. First of all, Mr. Owens Jr. It's easier to write about that. He found the watch underneath the floorboards on the porch of his family's home. It seems that his father hid the watch there. Rupert Owens is just a small fish, a local swindler who needed money, so he sold the watch at the local auction house. Your investigations determined that the previous owner of the watch was Rupert Owens' father, Marcus Owens. You believe he bought it from Horatio Dawson and tend to agree with that assessment. I believe Horatio Dawson was in dire need of money and tried to sell valuables to Marcus Owens, including the watch. That tipped Henry Giles to rob his house. Now, Mr. Dawson made this case really interesting. He seemed like an important piece of the puzzle. You were unable to determine how he got the watch. Let me share with you what I think. While he was probably an honest guy and a good soldier, Horatio Dawson was most likely pressured by his fellow soldiers to take the bribe from a rich German who wanted safe passage through the checkpoint at Brenner Pass. I didn't read anything about Brenner Pass. That rich German had to be Kurt Blitzholt himself, escaping Europe under a fictional name. So that brings us to the last piece of the puzzle. How did Kurt Blitzholt get the watch? I specifically stated that the watch was robbed from the museum in the land of Prosit. That's what I thought. It must have been Blitzholz during his escape used it exactly intended to secure himself a safe passage through the Allied checkpoints. Well done, detectives. I believe your report is sufficient for our administration to explain Polish government how the watch was stolen. Okay, so I don't like that I specifically stated that it was robbed from this because I thought that I
thought it said we believe.
Well, beyond that, like, it made it seem like we had to find
proof.
The way the question was asked, but it is what it is. Watch was on from World War II, ended up in the U.S. You can be proud of yourselves. The very first terrorist investigation is a success. We got 6 out of 24. I feel like their bar of success isn't very high. Isn't very high.
But we discovered 20 traces.
Additional questions? It's like, oh. Okay, there we go. Additional questions are not part of your final reports. There is no additional explanation for them. Blue background means that you have answered correctly, while red background means that you have provided a wrong answer.
Oh.
Ooh. All the evidence pointed to Henry Giles. Huh.
Okay. Well.
Yeah. So, Cal, you're right. I don't feel like I did well.
Oh.
That was stressful.
That was.
So next week, we'll be doing, what is it? The case of what?
Next week's case is case 2.
The soldier with a
The
heart of gold. Which has got to be Horatio.
I think it's Horatio.
Barely did it.
Either way,
Yike.
I think we're gonna get better at this.
Yeah, I think that we understand.
I also feel like we got a lot of information in this case.
I feel like we got information that's going to help in other cases. But I also feel like we definitely took the bait on
Horatio?
on red herring leads.
Yes.
Did you just scream for no reason?
Yes, you can go eat now, SoCal. We're gonna find somebody to raid real quick. Let me.
She's being so cute. Like, so cute.
Let's see who's out there streaming right now. Our friends at Board and Drunk are playing some type of sailing game. You wanna go visit them?
That's fine.
Alright. We're gonna visit our friends over at Board and Drunk.
I feel like that we only, like, those are the only people we raid right now.
No, we haven't raided them in a while.
Okay.
So, we're gonna visit our friends over at Board and Drunk. Stick around after the for the outro screen, and then we're gonna go over there and raid them. What did it? Oh, turn off music. Oh, wait. Turtle.
Turtle!
Elle, are you still around?
We have to do the turtle. Lime green turtle. Do it. Gotta do it.
I know. I don't know if I know how to do one. Give me a second.
Oh no! Oh no! Turtles! Looking up how to make a turtle.
Okay. I have two different ways I can do it. I think I'm gonna do it this way. Okay.
Will you make me one of the smaller one?
Would you rather me just make that one?
No, it's not as impressive as that one, but it's real cute.
All right. Yeah, it's turtle time. So.
Turtle time.
Let's see. Hopefully I can do this without messing it up.
Do you have lime green?
I don't have lime green. It's just gonna be green. It's not gonna be lime green.
Fail.
Hey, ready, man? All right, let's see what I can do. So, 2 inch bubble. Body. Leg, small bubble, small bubble, leg,
Something just came untwisted.
yeah, just that. Okay, there's that.
It doesn't look like a turtle.
I know.
Now it looks like a turtle. Oh, it sounds like it's gonna pop. I hate it.
All right, Elle.
Turtle.
There's your little turtle.
Turtle. Sound the sound a turtle makes?
Yes, now it is. All right. Anyways, so I completed that. Again, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us tonight. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. We had a blast. If you're new out there, we stream 3 days a week. Mondays and Fridays. On Mondays and Fridays, there's 3 of us. Derek would join us. On Wednesdays, it's going to be Megan and I. For the next 4 weeks, we'll be completing Detective.
Hi,
Hi, Ray. On Friday, did you already say this? Did I miss this?
Ray.
Somebody else said it.
Derek said it in the chat.
Oh, yeah. Friday, it is going to be Viticulture and Wine.
Viticulture and Wine!
So Megan
I get to join in on the wine!
Megan and Derek will be... Magni, thank you for extending your tier 1 sub through May.
Whoa! I didn't even know you could do that. That's the second time somebody's done that, and I, for the second time, forget that that's a thing that you could do.
So, it'll be a lot of fun. Monday, we are playing Isle of Cats.
Yes!
So, you'll definitely want to be around for that. Yes, Ray, you can also...
You can also join in on the wine, and then wine and Fortnite after.
But yeah.
So it can all be a disaster.
Yes, everyone can play at home. It's Wine and Viticulture, the home game. Anyways, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us this evening. We're going to go rate our friends over at Bored and Drunk.
Bored and Drunk.
Tell them we said hello. We'll see you guys on Friday. Bye, guys.
Bye.